जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंग। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்து கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெற்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே. அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே. தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியல்ந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
உலகம் எவ்வளவு பெரியதோ அவ்வளவு பெரியதாக உங்கள் இதயத்தை விரிவாக்குங்கள். உற்சாகமாக இருக்கத் தொடங்குவதுதான் வெற்றிகரமான வாழ்க்கை வாழத் தொடங்குவதற்கான அறிகுறி என்றுணரும் இனிய விழாவில் வரவேற்புரை வழங்க மேஜர் ஜெனரல் ராஜீவ் கிருஷ்ணன் ஐயா அவர்களை அன்புடன் அழைக்கின்றோம். இவர் 2015ஆம் ஆண்டு தக்ஷின் பாரத் பகுதியின் தலைமை பணியாளராக ஓய்வு பெறும் வரை இந்திய இராணுவத்தில் 38 ஆண்டுகள் தன்னுடைய சேவையை நிறைவேற்றிய செயல் வீரர். பல்வேறு மதிப்புமிக்க நியமனங்களை வகித்து பல்வேறு சவாலான செயல்பாட்டு பணிகளை சிறப்பாக மேற்கொண்டவர் இவர். ஓய்விற்கு பிறகும் ஹைதராபாத்தை தளமாக கொண்ட மின்னணு கண்காணிப்பு நிறுவனத்தின் இயக்குநராக பணியாற்றி வருகின்றார்.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind. We are indeed very grateful for the presence of this large gathering and to kind of begin our exploration of youth activities within Y4N. This is the first time that we are having the participation of youth on stage in our programs. So we hope that this will be a precursor for other events to follow. We are indeed very grateful to our chief guest, Dr. M. Rajaram, IAS retired. He is the ex-Lokayukta Tamil Nadu, but besides that, he has had many challenging, responsible and appointments which have been of great service to the state and the nation. It is actually a great privilege that he is here with us today. Thank you, sir. Today we have amidst us the galaxy of Youth for Nation. In that we have the President, Professor Murthy, who is the National President of our organization, and the Vice President, Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi, Param Vishis Seva Medal, Ati Vishis Seva Medal, Sena Medal. They have come all the way from Bangalore and Delhi to be with us today. We are extremely grateful to the PSG group of institutions for their support for this event. The first event, like I told you, that we are holding of this nature. In fact, I extend the heartiest welcome to Dr. J.S. Bhuvaneshwaran, the Director of Super Speciality Hospitals, PSG, without whose support, guidance, involvement, this event would never have taken place. The kind of facilities that they provided us, the kind of assistance they give us is immeasurable. Thank you, sir. We also have the hierarchy of our state organization from Chennai. Dr. J.S. Rajkumar, you will hear a lot about him, or you can see a lot about him everywhere. He is here today as the president of our state. We also have the zonal secretary, Mr. Ramakrishna, and the state secretary, Mr. Madan Kumar here. We are also grateful to all the institutions which extended us support and very willingly and without any hesitation in participating in this conclave. We are aware that you all are in the midst of your exams, and this is probably was not the right time to have this conclave because of your exams. But we had already decided on it, and we decided to push it through. We met a lot of your principals, deans, a lot of people who have helped us unhesitatingly towards the conduct of this event. We are grateful to all of you for having been here and contributing to this function. The next is, I am grateful to all the students here who are here today. This conclave is only for you. We want you to take something out of this conference, gain confidence, gain the values of how to conduct an event in the manner it is to be conducted. There are little hiccups which, like all college students, I was also a college student once upon a time. I know when backbenchers are called to the front, we hesitate to go. But that must change. Only then the nation will change. Have I missed out something? Okay. Like I told you earlier, this is the first conclave of this nature which is involving student participation. We are looking at much higher things. Out of the 14 colleges that we visited and where we spoke to your principals and deans, 4 of them have been urging us to hold the next set of conclaves in their institution. They have offered us complete support, and we will try and ensure that we have one such event every quarter in Coimbatore, and resources and time permitting. We are already in touch with a few colleges in Palakkad, where they have also extended their entire cooperation, so we are going to hold one there also. So this is giving us the enthusiasm and the confidence to go ahead and make this organization worthwhile. Lastly, I also wish to tell you that this organization will have student chapters, and we want you all to take on the responsibility of conducting such events. We want you to come forward, we want you to give us ideas, we want you to tell us how such events should be conducted and how you can contribute. We are looking forward to your contributions in the social, environmental, cultural, sports, and all events that you can think of. Please feel free to tell your college authorities whom we will approach to what kind of events you want held in future. I hope the students enjoy this conclave as much as we enjoy putting it together for you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words. We want to take a moment to honor our incredible galaxy of intellectuals and dignitaries. May I request Professor G.S. Murthy, sir, to honor our esteemed chief guest, Dr. M. Rajaram, sir, please.
Students, this is Youth for Coimbatore. Can we have a big round of applause? Innu sattama.
Thank you, sir. May I request Major General Rajiv Krishnan, sir, to honor Professor G.S. Moti, sir. We request the spectators to give a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. May I request Dr. J.S. Rajkumar, sir, to honor Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi, sir. Thank you, sir. May I request D. Balaji, sir, to honor Dr. J.S. Bhuneshwaran, sir. Thank you, sir. May I request Vembu Krishnan, sir, to honor Dr. J.S. Rajkumar, sir. Thank you, sir. May I request S.V. Sharma, sir, to honor Major General Rajiv Krishnan, sir. Thank you, sir. May I request Ramakrishnan, sir, to honor D. Balaji, sir. Thank you, dignitaries. May I request Rajiv, sir, to honor Ramakrishnan, sir, please. May I request Rajiv Krishnan, sir, to honor Mr. Madan Kumar, sir, please. Thank you, dignitaries. It gives me immense pleasure to invite Dr. J.S. Rajkumar, sir, the State President of Youth of Nation, who is a founder chairman of Lifeline Multispecialty Hospitals, a very accomplished surgeon, gastroenterologist, with many firsts in his credit to the field of medicine. He has been a brilliant student and has been a state ranker and gold medalist all through his academic career. He is also a sports person, music and literature enthusiastic, and a versatile author, addicted to reading. To give the introductory note about Youth for Nation, the dais is yours, doctor.
First of all, you want me to speak to you in English? Illa Tamil pesava? English? Both? Tanglish? Okay, right, done. Okay. So, first of all, I've been given 7 minutes. 7 நிமிஷத்துல you can do a lot of things, and I hope to change a lot of brains in 7 minutes. In the நண்பி எல்லாரும் ரெடியா? 7 நிமிஷத்துல அடிப்போம். ஓகே, here we go. March 12th இன்னைக்கு வெச்சிருக்கிறோம். March 12th ஏன் ஒரு ஸ்பெஷலான நாள்? அதுவும் கோவைக்கு யாராவது யோசிச்சிங்களா? லால் பால் பால்னா தெரியுமா? நம்ம சுதந்திர போராட்டத்தில் கிழக்கு மேற்கு வடக்குன்னு லாலா லஜ்பத் ராய் வடக்குல இருந்து, ஈஸ்டர்ன் சைடில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிழக்குல இருந்து யார் வந்துருங்க? பிபின் சந்திர பால். அப்புறம் இந்த மேற்கு சைட்ல இருந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா we had the great திலக், பாலகங்காதர் திலக். இந்த 3 பேருக்கு லால் பால் பால். இந்த 3 பேர்ல பிபின் சந்திர பாலை வந்து ஜெயிலில் போடும் பொழுது திருநெல்வேலியில வாவு சிதம்பரம் பிள்ளையும் சுப்பிரமணிய சிவாவும் ஒரு பெரிய அவர் ரிலீஸ் பண்ணும்போது ஒரு பார்ட்டி வச்சாங்க. நீ எப்படி பார்ட்டி வைக்கலான்னு வெள்ளைக்காரன் வந்து ஃபைன் போட்டான், உள்ள போட்டான். எவ்வளவு நாளுக்கு உள்ள போட்டான்? 40 வருஷத்துக்கு. ஒவ்வொரு தமிழனும் ஒவ்வொரு இந்தியனும் ஞாபகப்படுத்த வேண்டிய ஒரு விஷயம். அந்த நாள் அவர் அரெஸ்ட் பண்ண நாள் March 12. பாளையங்கோட்டையில் எடுத்து வச்சு கடைசியில் அவர் கொண்டு வந்தது கோவையில். இங்க இருக்கிற ஒவ்வொரு சைல்டும் when you go back, you will go back with different thoughts. One day at least நீங்க சீரியல் பார்க்குறீங்களோ சினிமா பார்க்குறீங்களோ ஒரு வாட்டி போய் கோவையில் செக்கெடுத்த செம்மல் நம்ம ஓட்டுறோம்ல, போய் அதை செக்க போய் பாருங்க எல்லாரும். அதனால தான் நாங்கள் இங்கே இருக்கிறோம். ரைட். ஸோ who are we really? ஸோ அந்த நாள் அன்னைக்கு வச்சது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். நம்பர் 1. நம்பர் 2, who is Youth for Nation? நீங்க நினைச்சிருக்கலாம் என்னடா இங்க பார்த்தா எல்லாரும் ஆவரேஜ் ஏஜ் ஆஃப் us is about 5 times your age நீங்க நினைக்கலாம். உங்க யூத்தை எடுத்துட்டு நம்ம நேஷனுக்காக நம்ம நாட்டுக்காக ஏதாவது ஒன்று பண்ண வைக்கிறதுக்காக சேர்ந்த ஒரு குழுமம் தான் யூத் ஃபார் நேஷன். ஓகே, ஸோ இதில் வந்து why you must all pay rapt attention. சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ராஜாராம் சார் அவர் எழுதிய திருக்குறள் என் பக்கத்தே இருக்கும். என்னோட வீட்டில் வச்சு படிச்சுன்னு போட்டு எப்போ இன்னைக்கு கேட்டாலும் நான் சொல்லுவேன் திருக்குறளில். அவர் இன்னைக்கு கேட்டால் அவர் சொல்கிறார். இது அதே போல் நரேந்திர மோடிஜியும் அவர் பக்கத்தில் அந்த எல்லோ ஒரு திருக்குறள் புக் வச்சிருக்காரு. வெளியில் இட்ஸ் அவைலபிள். அப்பேற்பட்ட ஒரு மனிதன் சென்னையிலேருந்து வந்து உங்ககிட்ட பேச போகிறாரு. டு இன்ஸ்பயர் யூ யூத். 83 84 வயசானாலும் ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் வீட்டில் உட்காந்துட்டு சீரியல் பார்த்துட்டு மருமகளை மாமியார் எப்படி கொள்வது, மாமியார் எப்படி மருமகள் போட்டு தள்ளுறதுன்னு ஆராய்ச்சி செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கிற ஒரு காலகட்டத்தில் 83 வயசுலேருந்து வந்து உங்கள் எல்லாருக்கிட்டையும் பேசணும்னு நினைக்கிறார் பாருங்க ஒரு ப்ரொஃபஸர் ஜிஎஸ் மூர்த்தி. அவர் வந்திருக்கார் உங்ககிட்ட பேசுறது. இது மட்டும் இல்லை, ஒரு கொஞ்சம் ஓவர். அவர் நாங்களாம் வந்தோன்னா இது காலையிலேருந்து இந்த ப்ரோக்ராமுக்கு நடுவில் இன்னொரு காலேஜில் போய் அவர் பேசிட்டு அவர் வந்திருக்கார். அப்பேற்பட்ட ஒரு மனுஷன் ப்ரொஃபஸர் மூர்த்தி. நீங்கள் யூ கேன் சி ஜென்ரல் ராஜீவ் கிருஷ்ணன் அண்ட் ஜென்ரல் சதுர்வேதி. நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆர்ம்ட் ஃபோர்ஸஸில் ஒரு கர்னலுக்கு மேலே அவங்க பார்க்குறது அவ்வளோ கஷ்டம். ஒரு மெடிக்கல் விஷயம் எது இருந்தாலும் அப்பேற்பட்ட ஆட்கள் எல்லாரும். டாக்டர் புவனேஷ் கிளாஸ்மேட் க்ளோஸ் ஃப்ரெண்ட் மிஸ்டர் பாலாஜி, மேஜர் மதன் டார்லிங் ஆஃப் த மாசஸ் இன் டர்ம்ஸ் ஆஃப் இஸ் வெரி வெரி பிஸி யூடியூப் அண்ட் பாப்புலர் யூடியூப் சேனல் ராம்கி. ஆல் ஆஃப் அஸ் ஆர் ஹியர் ஒன்லி ஃபார் ஒன் ரீசன் பா, எடுத்துகிட்டு போகிறதுக்கு இல்லை பிள்ளைங்களா, உங்ககிட்ட கொடுத்துட்டு போகிறதுக்கு, வேற ஒரு புதிய நாட்டை உருவாக்குறதுக்கு, ஒரு வளர்ற விக்ஷித் பாரத்பாங்க அதை உருவாக்குறதுக்கு தான் நாங்களாம் இங்கே வந்திருக்கோம். நெக்ஸ்ட், why is it important to talk to you? இன்னைக்கு in India youth demographics எப்படின்னா 60% of India is below 30 and 50% of India is below 20. Youth are here to rock. Youth are here to rule. You guys, உங்க மனசுல கொஞ்சம் திருவி விட்டோம்னா நம்ம நாடை திருவி விடலாங்கிறது அதுல சந்தேகமே இல்லை. முக்கியமான விஷயம், do you know that 15% of Indian billionaires 9,000 கோடிக்கு மேல நம்ம அக்கவுண்ட்ல இருக்கிறவங்க 15% are 30 years or below. உங்களோட ஒரு 5-10 வயசு. And the youngest billionaire in India is a girl called கைவல்யா அரோரா. இதெல்லாம் உங்ககிட்ட சொல்லிட்டு தான் வந்திருக்கோம் நாங்கள். And she is only 21 years old. Zepto. So what is Youth for Nation all about? It's to tell you guys the days are gone. நம்ம ஒரு பொன்னான காலத்தில் இருக்கிறோம். We are on the cusp of a golden age where a bunch of youngsters sitting here. Hey, இது வந்து சரியா வரலடா நமக்கு, என்னால் வந்து காய்கறி வாங்குறதுக்கு போர் அடிக்குது, கஷ்டமாக இருக்குது, 4 பேர் சேர்ந்து ஒரு ஆப் எழுதுவோம். அந்த ஆப் தான் ஜெப்டோ. அந்த ஜெப்டோ செஞ்ச பொண்ணு அப்போ 17 வயசு, மேபி ஜஸ்ட் a few years 1 or 2 years older than you. இப்போ அந்த பொண்ணுக்கு 21 வயசு. அவளுடைய வேல்யூ 10,000 கோடி. இவ்வளோ பெரிய வீடு கட்டணும், பெரிய ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் கட்டணும், பெரிய ஃபேக்டரி கட்டணும். அந்த டேஸ் ஆர் கான். 4 பேர் உட்கார்ந்து ஒழுங்காக உங்கள் மனசில் ஒரு அக்னி பொறி பற்றி போட்டோம்னா நீங்களும் நாளைக்கு ஒரு பில்லியனர் ஆகும். எப்படி? எனக்கு பிடிச்ச ஒரு ஃபோட்டோ, ஒரு ஷெட்யூல் ட்ரைப் பெண்மணி, ஒன்றுமே இல்லாத ஒரு விதவை, 26-25 வயசில் விதவை, அந்த ஜல்லியெல்லாம் மேலே வச்சுக்கிட்டு ஷீ இஸ் ஒர்க்கிங் இன் அ கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் சைட். பக்கத்தில் ஒரு புக்கு திறந்துருக்கு, கொஞ்சம் இப்போ படிச்சுட்டு இருக்கான். அந்த படித்து ஒரு பிஏ படிக்கிறா, ஒரு லா படிக்கிறான். அப்புறம் அங்கேயே வந்து எல்லாருக்கும் ஃப்ரீ கேசஸ் பார்க்குறா ஷெட்யூல் ட்ரைப்ஸ்க்கு. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் வளர்றா, அங்கே எம்எல்ஏ ஆகிடுறா. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் வளர்றா, அவங்க வந்து கவர்னர் ஆகிடுறாங்க. இன்னைக்கு முதல் ஷெட்யூல் ட்ரைப் பெண்மணி திரௌபதி முர்மு நமது ஜனாதிபதியாக உட்கார்றாங்கன்னா அப்பேற்பட்ட ஒரு பெண். employ people. And number 2 is to make you think of the country. Finally, what we are trying to do is to bring உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் வீரத்தை கொடுக்கணும், எல்லாருக்கும் வலிமையை கொடுக்கணும், எல்லாருக்கும் விசுவாசத்தை கொடுக்கணும், எல்லாத்துக்கும் விடாமுயற்சி கொடுக்கணும். எல்லாம் அஜித் குமார் படம் தான். ஆனால் நீங்கள் அஜித் குமார் படம் சொன்னதால் நீங்களாம் கேட்பீங்க. அதனால இதெல்லாம் உங்ககிட்ட கொடுத்து உங்களை ஊக்குவிக்கிறதுக்கு தான் this is there. That little spark is what we are trying to drop into you, and that spark is best defined by பாரதியார். ரொம்ப அழகாக நீங்கள் பாரதியாரை பற்றி ஆரம்பிச்சிங்க. சொன்னார், அக்னி பொறி ஒன்றினை கண்டேன், அதை அங்கு ஒரு காட்டில் பொந்திடை வைத்தேன், வெந்து தணிந்தது காடு, தடல் வீரத்திற் குஞ்சென்று மூப்பென்று முண்டோ, தத்தருகிடு தத்தருகிடு தித்தோம் என்றார் சுப்பிரமணிய பாரதியார். போடுறா ஒரே ஒரு அக்னி ஒரு அக்னி குஞ்சு போதும், பத்துக்கிட்டு எரியும். நீங்கள் எல்லாரும் பத்துக்கிட்டு எரியணும். எதனால்? ஞானத்தினால, வீரத்தினால. நம்ம நாடு, நான் முன்னேறுவேன், நான் நிறைய பேருக்கு வேலை கொடுப்பேன், எங்கேயோ போய் எவனுக்கோ வந்து வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு நக்கிட்டு இருக்க போகிறேன் மாட்டேன் சொல்கிறதுக்காக தான் இந்த யூத் ஃபார் நேஷன். Clear to everybody? I am going to finish up by again quoting Bharadiyar to all of you. So Tagore and Bharadiyar, Tagore சொன்னார், where the mind is without fear. நீங்கள் யாருக்கும் எதுவும் பயப்படக்கூடாது, எஸ்பெஷலி கேர்ள்ஸ். எவனாவது உங்களை ஃபிகர் கேர்னு சொன்னால் செருப்பு எடுத்து அடிக்கணும். யூத் ஃபார் நேஷன் நாங்கள் கற்றுக் கொடுப்போம், எந்த செருப்பு யூஸ் பண்ணுறது, எப்படி அடிக்கிறதுன்னு. இல்லை, எங்ககிட்ட வாங்க, நாங்கள் வந்து அடிக்கிறோம். The mind is without fear and the head is held high, where the streams of reason are open to devotion. Into that kingdom of fear, into that kingdom of freedom, let my country awake என்னாரு டாகோர். அதே தான் அழகாக அவங்க பாரதியார் சொன்னது எல்லார்ட்டையும் சொல்லி 7வது நிமிடத்தில் சொல்லி முடிப்பேன். என்ன சொன்னார்? ஒவ்வொரு குழந்தைக்கும் சொன்னார், எங்கேயோ ஒரு மாலில் போய் ஏதாவது ஒரு சினிமா பார்க்கலாண்டா, ஏதோ ஒரு சீரியல் பார்க்கலாண்டா, அங்கே ஒரு பொண்ணு போக்கலாடா, எல்லாம் சுடிதார் போகலாண்டா, அப்படி இருக்காதடான்னு சொல்கிறார் சுப்பிரமணிய பாரதியார். தேடி சோறு நிதம் தின்று எங்கேயாவது ஓசியா போடுறானான்னு போகாத. பல சின்ன சின்ன கதைகள் பேசி, அவன் தெரியுமா, அவனும் போயிட்டு இருக்காங்க, அவனும் போயிட்டு இருக்காங்க, நானும் அதெல்லாம் கேட்கவே வேணாம். இப்போ பல சின்ன சின்ன கதைகள் பேசி பிறர் வாட பல செயல்கள் செய்து எப்படி இன்னொருத்தனை இழுத்து விடலாம். கபாலியில் சொன்னான், இந்தியன் நண்டா போயிட்டான், நண்டு மாதிரி மற்றவங்களுக்கு இழுக்காம மனம் பாடி மிக தின்ற துன்பம் உடன்று அவன் மனசுக்குள்ளே கஷ்டமாக இருக்குது. அப்படியே வயசாகிடுச்சு, நிறைய கூடி கிழப்பருவம் எய்தி அப்படியே நானும் ஓல்ட் ஆகிட்டேன். கடைசியில் என்ன ஆகுது? பின் கொடுங்கூற்றுக்கு இறை என பின்மாயும் பல வேடிக்கை மனிதர்கள் போல் நான் வீழ்வேன் என நினைத்தாயோ. My final parting shot to all of you is, we don't want any Indian youth to be that useless guy who just gets up, eats, lives, sleeps, gets married, has kids and dies. You have to do something for yourself. You have to do something for your environment. You have to do something for your society. And never forget, you have to do something for your country. வாஜ்பாய் ரொம்ப அழகாக எழுதினார், இது என்னாடு, இது இங்கே இருக்கிற ஒவ்வொரு சங்கர் ஒவ்வொரு பாறையும் சிவனுடைய பேர் சொல்கிறது. இங்கே இருக்கிற ஒவ்வொரு நதி, இது கூவமாக இருக்கலாம், கூவம் சென்னையில் பயங்கரமாக இருக்கும், அதை பார்த்தா கூட எங்களுக்கு கங்கை மாதிரி இருக்குன்னு சொன்னார். அவர் என்ன, இந்த நாட்டுக்காக நாங்கள் சண்டை போடுவோம், இந்த நாட்டுக்காக நாங்கள் சாவோம். इस देश के लिए हम लड़ेंगे, इस देश के लिए हम मर जाएंगे. உடனே ஆரம்பிச்சிடாதீங்கடா, மும்மொழி 2 மொழின்னு கேளுங்க. நல்ல விஷயம் சொல்லிட்டு போட்டு தான் வந்துருக்கிறேன் நான். அவர் கடைசியில் சொன்னார், அது வேற லெவலுக்கு தூக்கிட்டு போயிடுவீங்க. கடைசியில் சொன்னார், என்னை எரிச்சு சாம்பல் ஆக்கினா கூட, அந்த சாம்பல் கங்கை நதியில் போட்டால் கூட சாம்பல் ஏதாவது பேசுன்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா என்ன சொல்லும்? வந்தே மாதரம்னு சொல்லும் என்று சொல்லி இந்த வாய்ப்பை அளித்த அத்தனை பேருக்கு தேங்க்யூ சொல்லி வண்டர்ஃபுல்லாக பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. குட் லக் டு எவ்ரிபடி, கிரேட் ஜாப் ஃபார் த டீம். காட் பிளஸ் எவ்ரிபடி.
வழங்கியமைக்கும் பெற்றுக்கொண்டமைக்கும் நன்றிகள். ஐயா அவர்களை 2 மணித்துளிகள் உரையாற்ற அன்புடன் அழைக்கின்றோம்.
பெருமதிப்பிற்கும் மரியாதைக்கும் உரிய மேடையிலே அமர்ந்திருக்கக்கூடிய தேசபக்தர்களே, பெருமைமிகு டாக்டர் புவனேஸ்வரன் ஐயா அவர்களே, ஆன்றோர்களே, சான்றோர்களே, பெரியோர்களே, அன்பு நெஞ்சங்களே, உங்கள் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் என்னுடைய மதிய வணக்கம். ஐயா அவர்கள் என்னை கல்லூரியிலே வந்து அழைத்த பொழுது மிக அருமையான ஒரு சிந்தனையோடு அவர்களோடு நான் கலந்துரையாடியதை எண்ணி பார்க்கிறேன். அவர்களிடம் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஆற்றலை நான் கண்டு மிகவும் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைந்தேன். எவ்வளவு தீவிரமாக ஆணித்தரமாக ஆர்வமிக்க ஒரு சிந்தனைகளை கொண்டு யூத் ஃபார் நேஷன் என்ற ஒரு நிகழ்வை இந்த பிஎஸ்ஜி அண்ட் சன்ஸ் சேரிட்டிஸ் தலைவர்களுடைய, நிறுவனர்களுடைய, அரங்காவலர்களுடைய அனுமதியோடு மிக அருமையாக இந்த பிஎஸ்ஜி மருத்துவக் கல்லூரியில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அரங்கத்திலே நடத்துவது என்பது அற்புதமான ஒரு செயலாக இருக்கிறது. சற்று முன்னரே ஐயா அவர்கள் மிக அருமையாக ஆர்வத்துடன் டாக்டர் ராஜ்குமார் ஐயா அவர்கள் நம்மளையெல்லாம் ஒரு உந்து சக்தியோடு நம்மளையெல்லாம் இழுத்து சென்றார். ஒரு தேசபக்தி என்றால் என்ன, ஒரு தேசம் என்றால் என்ன, அதிலே இளைஞர்களுடைய பங்கு எவ்வாறு இருக்க வேண்டும் என்ற அடிப்படையிலே விவேகானந்தர் சொன்னது போல ஒரு திறமையான 10 இளைஞர்களை கொடுங்கள், நான் இந்த நாட்டை மாட்டி காட்டுவேன், திறமையாக ஆக்கி காட்டுவேன் என்று சொன்னார். அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு எழுச்சியமிக்க உரையை ஆற்றி நம்மளையெல்லாம் தேசபக்தியிலே மூழ்கடித்து கொண்டு பேச்சை முடித்து அமர்ந்திருக்கிறார். அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு ஆர்வமிக்கவர் இளைஞர்களுக்கான பாணியிலே சில வார்த்தைகள் எல்லாம் பேசினார். ஆகவே நண்பர்களே, நம் தேசத்தை காப்பவர்கள் நாமளாகத்தான் இருக்க வேண்டும். தேசத்தை காப்பது என்பது ஒரு சாதாரண செயலாக இருக்க முடியாது. காரணம், ஒவ்வொருவருக்கும் இந்த தேசத்தினுடைய அந்த பற்றுதல் இருக்க வேண்டும். நான் இந்தியன், நாம் இந்தியா, நம் இந்தியா, நான் இந்த நாட்டு மண்ணின் மைந்தன் என்றதையெல்லாம் நாம் மனதிலே வைத்து கொண்டு மிக சிறப்பாக அவரவர் தம் பணியிலே ஆர்வமிக்க ஒரு நிலையோடு பணியாற்ற வேண்டும். இம்மக்களுக்கு சேவை செய்ய வேண்டும், நாட்டை காக்க வேண்டும். நம் நாட்டை காக்க அயராது பாடுபட்டு கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த எல்லை பாதுகாப்பு வீரர்களை, பலவித இராணுவத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த தோழர்களை, சகோதரிகளை எல்லாம் நாம் எண்ணி பார்த்து இந்த தேசத்தின் மீது பற்று கொண்டு நல்ல விதமாக செயலை செய்து நம் நாட்டை காப்போம். இப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு அரிய வாய்ப்பினை எனக்கு கொடுத்தது கடவுளின் ஆசீர்வாதமாகவே நான் எண்ணுகிறேன். பெரிய உள்ளம் கொண்ட அவர்களுடைய அந்த ஒரு ஆசீர்வாதமாக எண்ணுகிறேன். ஐயா ஐஏஎஸ் அவர்கள் கூட இருக்கிறார்கள். ஓய்வு பெற்ற பிறகும் கூட இந்த வயதிலே நம்முடைய இருக்க வேண்டும், நல்ல உரையை ஆற்ற வேண்டும், இந்த நாட்டை காக்க வேண்டும் என்ற எண்ணத்தோடு இருக்கிறார். அவர்களுக்கெல்லாம் நாம் உறுதுணையாக இருக்க வேண்டும், நாமும் சரியான ஒரு செயலை செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று இந்த வாய்ப்பை நல்கிய அன்பு உள்ளங்களுக்கு நன்றி பாராட்டி விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
பூக்களாய் இருக்காதே, உதிர்ந்து விடக்கூடும். செடியாயிரு, பூத்துக்கொண்டே இருக்கலாம் என இளைஞர்களை உற்சாகப்படுத்தும் இனிய விழாவில் மாணவர்களிடையே உரையாற்ற சிறப்பு நிலை சிகிச்சை பிரிவு மருத்துவமனையின் இயக்குனர், நல்ல சிந்தனைகளின் கருவூலமானவர், சிறந்த பாடகர், தன்னம்பிக்கை பேச்சாளர், காட்சிக்கு எளியராய் ஏற்றுமிகு சிந்தனைகளின் பெட்டகமாய் விளங்க
நாடென்ன செய்தது நமக்கு என கேள்விகள் கேட்பது எதற்கு? நீ என்ன செய்தாய் அதற்கு என்று நினைத்தால் நன்மை உனக்கு. It's a very famous statement of George F. Kennedy. Don't ask what the nation has done for you. Please tell what you can do for the nation. It's such a pleasure and a privilege to be seated amongst the great leaders on the dais, great leaders from the military, leaders from the administration, leaders from the academia, and my dear colleague Dr. Rajkumar, and all the people seated in front, and my dear students. We are in a phase of life where the senior citizens have a duty to give back something to the society. The people who have guarded the nation in glaciers, in the oceans, have taken up this particular vision and mission to give back something to the society through the students. In fact, நம்முடைய சாலைகளில் நடக்கும் விஷயங்களை பார்க்கும் பொழுது நம் இந்திய மக்களாகிய நாம், மாணவ சமுதாயத்தில் உள்ளவர்கள் மற்றும் அனைவரும் சுதந்திரத்தை தவறாக புரிந்து கொண்டோமோ என்கின்ற ஒரு பயம் வருகிறது. சாலையில் பார்க்கும் பொழுது நாம் நம்முடைய சுதந்திரத்தை தவறாக புரிந்து கொண்டு விட்டோமோ என்று எனக்கு தோன்றுகிறது. எப்படியாவது நம்முடைய வாழ்க்கையில் தற்போது பணம் என்கின்ற ஒன்றையே நோக்கி எல்லோரும் பயணிப்பதாக தோன்றுகிறது. அதை விடுத்து சுய கட்டுப்பாடு, சுய ஒழுக்கம், நல்ல சிந்தனைகள் மற்றும் ஒழுங்குமுறை போன்ற, தேசபக்தி போன்ற, தேச நடத்தை போன்ற எல்லாவற்றையும் இளைஞர்களுக்கும் மற்றவர்களுக்கும் தெரியப்படுத்துவதற்காக அவர்களை what we call in English as sensitizing the youth, this conclave has been organized. So I am very thankful on behalf of management of PSG. Sir, we are extremely happy to host this on all your behalf, and I am extremely thankful to the organizers for giving me this wonderful opportunity to be amongst you. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, for the enlightening kind words. Your words have surely sparked and ignited a passion for exploring new frontiers. It's my privilege to invite a person who is a commerce graduate, enthusiastic and regional president of Coimbatore region, Youth for Nation, who is a managing committee member of Vivekananda Rock Memorial and Vivekananda Kendra Kanyakumari, former vice president of Chamber of Commerce and Industries, former Railways Zonal Committee member. It's my honor to invite D. Balaji sir to introduce our distinguished chief guest of the conclave. Sir, the dais is yours.
ஓம். இங்கே கூடியிருக்கும் அத்தனை பேரும் ஆயுள், ஆரோக்கியம், ஐஸ்வர்யத்தோடு என்றென்றும் அமைதியாகவும் சந்தோஷமாகவும் வாழ வேண்டும் என்று எல்லாம் வல்ல இறைவனை வேண்டி உங்களுக்கு என் வணக்கத்தையும் வாழ்த்துக்களையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். We are very happy to welcome our chief guest, Dr. M. Rajaram, IAS, to inaugurate the Coimbatore chapter of Youth for Nation, known as Y1N. Dr. Rajaram is an exceptional IAS officer of 1992 batch. He has a postgraduate degree in English. He is a BL graduate, PhD in HRD, and he has served in Tamil Nadu for over 44 years while maintaining a reputation for impeccable integrity and professionalism. He also received many prestigious awards, notably the Best Collector Award, Malcolm Award, Anna Award, St. John Ambulance Award. While being the Commissioner and Secretary, Hindu Religious and Endowment, he lent good support for organizing national level Hindu spiritual fair in Chennai. He has also published more than 40 books. A few of those includes Quality in Educational Administration, Food for Thought, Passport for Success, Glory of Tirkural, Success Mantra in Bhagavad Gita, etc. Recently, he retired as chairman of Lok Ayuta, having served for 5 years. We are honored to have such a great person like him to inaugurate our Kovai in Coimbatore chapter and guide our youth to become successful like him. So with this, I humbly request our chief guest to deliver his keynote address. Thank you.
சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் அறிமுகத்திற்கு நன்றி ஐயா. விழாவில் சிறப்புரையாற்ற தமிழ்நாடு லோக் ஆயுக்தாவின் முன்னாள் தலைவர் டாக்டர் எம் ராஜாராம் அவர்கள் IAS பணி நிறைவு அவர்களை மகிழ்வுடன் அழைக்கின்றோம்.
Most beloved National President Professor G.S. Murthy, Major General Rajiv Krishna, Dr. J.S. Rajkumar, Dr. Balaji, Lieutenant General Chaturvedi, Major Madan Kumar, my dear friends, brothers and sisters, my dear students. At the outset, I deeply thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to share a few words. I also salute the organizers, particularly the defense officials, for coming forward to sponsor this program under the banner of PHG group of institutions. I think most of you are aware of the story of PSG, most successful story. When India got freedom, our literacy was very poor. It was less than 10%, not even 6%. A Britisher, an educationist, told if someone were to prepare the literacy map of the world and color the illiterate areas in black, India would look like a black continent. யாராவது ஒருவர் இந்திய படத்தை உலக படத்தை வரைந்து படிக்காதவர்கள் உள்ள பகுதியை கருப்பு மையால் தீட்டினால் இந்தியா ஒரு இருண்ட கண்டமாக இருக்கும் என்பது அந்த வாசகம். If you have advanced to this level, it is not merely because of the efforts of the government, also because of people like PHG group of people. All of you must know the story of PHG Sarva Jana Higher Secondary School. It's a more than 100 years old school. Even the first Prime Minister of this country also has participated. Sarva Jana, they admitted people of all sections. That is the kind of spirit this PHG has got. My dear students, I think now we have got the students from various institutions, particularly from PSG group of institutions, Amrita, Nehru Mahavidyalaya, GRG, CMS, CIT and Sankara. I deeply thank the principals and the management and students of these institutions for coming forward to participate in this program. How many of you know that India was one of the richest countries in the world some 10,000 years before? 1,000 years before, India was one of the richest countries in the world. You know Max Muller. Who is Max Muller? A German scholar says, if there is a country richly endowed with vast wealth and beauty, it is India, he says. Also, Macaulay, the man who changed our culture and made it English culture, it was Macaulay. He says, I have traveled across the length and breadth of India. Nowhere I saw beggars. Nowhere I saw thieves. That was like a state of our country those days. See, such a rich nation, rich in wealth of wisdom, rich in all respect, resources. All these resources and wealth of knowledge and wisdom were plundered by the foreign invaders. We were enslaved by foreigners for more than almost 1,000 years. So in these 1,000 years, we lost our originality. Now we are slowly regaining. India is becoming more popular and popular, economically becoming superpower under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister of India. My dear students, you are in prime youth. Here we have Mr. G.S. Murthy. He is a man at heading this organization at national level at this age of 85. He has come all the way from Delhi and Bangalore. That shows his spirit. He wants to serve the nation till his last breath, like Dr. Abdul Kalam. That is the kind of spirit. Here, Dr. J.S. Rajakumar spoke. He is a very highly spirited man. Wherever he goes, he will spread humor. He will spread his infectious humor. Such an energetic man. He is not only a doctor, he is not only a surgeon, he is a great motivator, an eminent speaker, and great reformer. Such an eminent scholar turned doctor has come here today. All of you know Dr. Bhuvaneswaran, a good singer and a versatile genius. I am very happy to be in the company of all these great leaders. My dear students, I am reminded of poetic lines of Robert Frost, an American poet. Woods are lovely, dark and deep. Woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have miles to go before I sleep. But I have miles to go before I sleep. A poet goes on a horse. It's a beautiful forest. He wants to stay back and enjoy the nature, but he is reminded of his duty. Duty calls him. So you cannot stay back here. You have to go for your duty. This is how we should also have the spirit. We should always, there are a lot of distractions in this world, particularly at the college level. You have multiple distractions in the form of modern gadgets, YouTubes, WhatsApps, Instas, etc., etc. There are many, but you should always think, I should be number one in my career. Career should be in your foremost mind. You should always aim beyond the star. At least you will reach the star. You should aim beyond the star, then only at least we can reach the star. That spirit we should always have. My dear students, in your college life, you will gain a lot of friends. Some of the good friends will last till your end. Maintain your public relations. PR is a great strength for you. It will develop your career and profile. It will come to your rescue when you are in a great trouble. My dear students, you have to translate your dreams. Everybody should have a dream of coming up in life, fulfilling the ambition of our parents, our teachers, our society. You are the architects of modern India. India is the youngest country in the whole world. There is no other country younger than India because we have so much of a youth population. Our greatest asset are you. You should bloom like full many a gem of, there is a song, an English song, full many a gem of purest ray serene under the grave. Full many a flower is born to blush unseen and waste its fragrance in the desert air. Gems under the sea, flowers in the desert are of no use. They have to come out. Nobody can enjoy if there is a fragrant flower in the desert. Gem under the water will not shine bright. So you have to come out. That is why our Kovai Youth Conclave has organized some contest. Some of you are going to get prizes, I think. I also congratulate those prize winners and all the participants. My dear students, at this age you should have a positive mindset. You should always think of positive. Never should think of negative mindset. I would like to tell the story of a manager, a successful manager of a shoe company. Seeing his potential, the top management, the MD of the company transferred him a country, an African country, where nobody were wearing shoes. They had no such habit of wearing chappals or shoes. He was transferred to, a shoe company manager was transferred to a place where people had no such habit of wearing shoes at all. So this man became unhappy. How can I organize a business? But his boss told, you should have a positive mindset. Here is an opportunity for you. There is no competitor for you. You can motivate everybody to wear shoes and chappals and make our company prosperous. That kind of mindset you should always have, my dear students. Education is the chief defense of a nation. Of course, The freedom we got, our Dr. Rajkumar was telling about the beautiful history of our Indian freedom fighters, particularly VOC. Yeah, there could be no other leader who has sacrificed so much for the nation. He lost his entire wealth. He lost his health. He became a leper. He was eating his food in his golden plate. That man became a very poor man. He was in a very utterly bad state. He died. So that's why he asked, every one of us should visit the jail at least once in our lifetime. Our nation had such great leaders like Bhagat Singh, Sir was referring to. At young, prime age, he lost his life for the country's sake. So all of us, the objective of this forum, Youth Conclave. Conclave, what does it mean? It's a conference, gathering of youth. So objective of this organization is to spread nationalism and patriotism. If you think of these leaders, we will never have any negative mindset. We will never have any intention to steal others' property, to indulge in corrupt practices. In every office, all the government offices, in every home, there should be the portraits, images of all these leaders to inspire us. My dear students, you should also develop risk-taking ability to reap success. You should have hard work, tolerance, patience, and patriotism, self-confidence, compassion. When I refer to self-confidence, sometimes we learn lessons even from ordinary people. A man in the street also could teach us. A bird, there is a lesson from a bird. There was a bird in a desert. Every day it would return to the desert. There was only one barren tree. There was no branch, only a barren tree, no leaves, nothing. But every day in the evening it will come there and rest. One day a big storm came. Even that barren tree, deserted tree, was uprooted. So the bird could not have any shelter at all. But the bird did not lose its confidence, did not lose its hope. It traveled, it was flying and miles away, and finally reached a place that were many trees full of fruits, flowers, and full of water everywhere. So even in a crisis, the bird did not lose its hope. Because of its perseverance and confidence, finally reached a good destination. That should be our mindset. There is a saying, Thiruvallur, the great genius, a poet who lived 2,300 years before, what he said is relevant even today. It will be relevant even tomorrow also. It will be relevant for many years afterwards also. Thiruvallur. He says, Vellattanaya malarnittam, Mandardam ullattanaya uyarvu. Stem length of a lily depends on the water level. The greatness of men depends on their mind level, their mind setup, zeal. So everybody should have that great mind, great zeal. Then only we will come up in life. Dr. Abdul Kalam has given foreword for many of my books, almost 6 books. One of the books is Pearls of Wisdom from Tirukkural. It was translated by me after a struggle of 10 years. I took 10 years to make the translation. It's not so easy in poetic form as well as with the explanation. Even our Prime Minister, Obama, the former American president, they keep these books. So that is the... And I have made an attempt to translate this book into many other languages like Korea, Arabic, Mandarin, etc., etc. So such a great genius, many such geniuses have lived in our own motherland, Tamil Nadu. So we should also join the national stream and make this country number one, numero uno in the entire world. My dear students, if I have read, I was in the education department. On elevation, I became the IAS officer. I went district collector, transport commissioner, tourism commissioner, managing director of many corporations like Tamil Nadu Cement Corporation, Tourism Development Corporation, etc., etc. I was given awards by the governments, both at the center and by the states. But still, what I feel is my service to the poor and particularly to the disadvantaged sections, I always cherish. If I have reaped success, it is not because of my education alone. You might have heard of a student who, an Andhra Pradesh student in America, at the age of 18, got MBBS. Even Bill Clinton applauded him, commended him. He was in the peak of glory, but after a few years after his marriage, his fame came down, crashed, because after his marriage, he ill-treated his wife, demanded dowry. So education alone is not enough. We should also have character. There is a proverb also, if wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. If character is lost, everything is lost. So basically, all of us need some value system that should be in our mind. Then only we can come up in life. My students, you know, the stones which easily breaks, becomes the stepping stones. The stones which withstand the beating will become the cornerstone, will become the divine statue. அதாவது உடந்த கல் வந்து படிக்கல் ஆயிரும், உடையாத கல் சிலையாகும். அந்த மாதிரி that kind of people you should be. My dear students, we never generally we always avoid taking risk. Generally, isn't it? But sometimes we should have the tendency to take risk also to come up in life. A ship in a harbor is safe, but the ship is not meant for that. That you should always keep in your mind. Perform or perish should be your motto. My dear students, there is always a solution. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? A poet, English poet called Shelley says, if winter comes, can spring be far behind? குளிர் காலம் வந்ததுன்னா நல்ல காலம் வராமலா போய்விடும். Spring season. That should be our we should always aim for. See, life is a wheel of fortune. Today we will not be in a good mood, good shape. Tomorrow we will be in a good place. That kind of feeling you should always develop. My dear students, life always laughs at us. If you are happy, life will laugh at us. If you are unhappy, life will be yelling at us. Tiruvallur also says, trouble the trouble. You should trouble, when trouble comes to you, you should trouble the trouble. You should not be troubled. That kind of things you should have. My students, you had heard of Japanese bamboo. A farmer was cultivating a bamboo plant. In the first year, there was no growth at all. It was almost nil growth. Second year, only this much of growth, thumb-size growth came. But he never stopped giving water. He always was giving water and manure. After the 5th year, the plant started growing very fast. So, what does it mean? Nothing will happen immediately. Only in cinemas we have magic. The hero suddenly will become a superhero. So that kind of thing we can witness only in film world. So, my dear students, heated gold becomes ornament. Only heated gold will become ornament. So we should also become like that. But beaten copper becomes wires. Like that, we should accept whatever defeats come to us. We should accept us. You would have heard of the story of Abraham Lincoln. How many times he failed? Abraham Lincoln, you know, he failed many a times. For example, Marconi took 10 years to invent his telegraph. And Thomas Alva Edison took 9 years to invent storage battery. Thomas Alva Edison is the scientist who invented thousands of things. He was dubbed as an idiot by his teacher, but his mother gave the motivation. Alexander Fleming took 8 years to invent penicillin. Walt Disney, the Disney films, you know, cartoon films, he took 13 years to invent cartoon films. So everything will take time. We cannot expect instant reliance. Abraham Lincoln failed in the business at the age of 21. He was defeated in local elections, local body elections at the age of 22. He became nervous. Nervous breakdown came to him at the age of 27. and he lost another election in 34. He lost vice presidential election also at the age of 47, but later he became the president of India. So, defeat should not defeat us. We should face with confidence and succeed in our lives. Smooth roads never make us good drivers. Clear skies never make us good pilots. Problem-free life will never make us a good person. So we should be ready to face challenges. Even Wright brothers, when they invented aeroplane, they were not cheered, they were yelled. But later on, when flights were taking off, they were greeted like heroes. So my dear, even Webster, dictionary, dictionary. How many years the Webster brought the first dictionary? He took about 36 years to bring out the dictionary. So there is incubation period for everything. You should be able to patiently wait for that. The achievement of great men reached and kept are not attained by overnight. The greatness of some people, not obtained overnight. While his companions, when the others were sleeping, he was toiling upwards. He was always awake. That kind of work culture you should develop in your mind. And my dear students, I end my speech with a quote from another. I was a student of literature, so kindly bear with me to quote some more. Yesterday is but a dream. Tomorrow is but a vision. Every today well lived makes every yesterday a dream of happiness. Every tomorrow a vision of hope. May all the happiness and peace in the world be yours. The beauty of river lies in its flow. The beauty of the river, nadi nalagu edhila irukum, vaatathila irukum. The beauty of the river lies in its flow. The beauty of a student lies in his education. The beauty of life is in its progress. College life is a flower garden, your life. In this garden, all others, your professors and all others are like roots, branches and leaves. But in this world, only achievers are flowers. Keep that in mind and work hard to make this world a prosperous world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your benevolent and ionizing words of motivation. देशभक्तों की बलिदान से स्वतंत्र हुए हम. कोई पूछे कौन हो तुम तो गर्व से बोलेंगे भारतीय हम. Nothing over real becomes real. It is being experienced. It's my honor to say a few words about a person who is an accomplished general with over 4 decades of dedicated and distinguished commissioned service, veteran of the 1971 Indo-Pakistan War, in which he was awarded Sena Medal for the exemplary gallantry. He has distinguished service in all types of appointments, task regions, terrain for which he has been awarded both the top distinguished service awards. Post-retirement, he has been the advisor in defense banking for SBI. As we celebrate the spirit of patriotism and national pride, it's a privilege to invite Lieutenant General V.K. Chaturvedi, sir, our National Vice President Youth for the Nation, to give his powerful packed talk. Sir, the dais is yours.
Dr. M. Rajaram, our chief guest for the day, our Youth for India icon, Professor G.S. Murthy, Major General Rajiv Krishnan, the zonal head of Youth for Nation, Dr. Bhuvneshwaran, without whose support and help such an elegant and graceful function wouldn't have been possible. Dr. J.S. Rajkumar, an eminent doctor and a reputed person of the country, Shri Balaji, and my colleague in arms, Major Madan Kumar. Distinguished and eminent personalities sitting in front of me, and most importantly, these kinetic minds with lovely smiling faces, the future of our country sitting in front of me. Today I am going to speak on Nation First, the nation building, and each one of you, my dear children, has a very important role to play. As has already been said by Dr. Rajkumar, India is a very young nation. About 60 to 65% of our population is below 35 years of age. And in the next 20 to 25 years, which our Prime Minister has described as the golden period, Amrit Kal, our Bharat will remain the youngest country among the large populated nations of the world. So you have a very important role to play in taking India to the path of glory and success. The youth, the young in India have always played exceptionally important role in the country, in nation building, in defense of the country, in also ensuring that the nation always remains uppermost in each and every Indian's mind. I'll talk about just two icons of our nation. There are many, there are innumerable people. One is, we have the photo on this catalog, Swami Vivekananda. He was 38 years of old age when he left this world. And what he gave to the world and what he did for the world is talked about even today. Books are being written on him even today. His work which he has done, there are people doing PhD, research, thesis. Many people are following him. What he talked about India and the Indians at the World Parliament on Religion in 1893 at Chicago, almost 132 years back, when India was nowhere on the horizon, but this man had total confidence, full of self-esteem and self-respect. He talked about our dear Bharat and the Bharatiya, the Indian nation, the Indian citizens. And what he said, that India is a country where people believe in goodwill, harmony, love and affection, care and share. That is what he gave to the world. And the whole world was following him thereafter. Today I can give you an example that how what he said those 132 years back, caring and sharing. When we went through this epidemic, COVID, just a few years back, we were one of the first to produce the vaccine. And when we produced the vaccine, we shared that vaccine with almost 100 countries of the world who could not afford that. That is our greatness, and that is what India is all about. I can just give a little comparison, no for nothing. I am not going to degrade any country, but I am just giving a comparison. In 1964-65, we were not food sufficient in the nation. The Green Revolution by the great man M.S. Swaminathan of this part of the country had not taken place. We were food deficient. America gave us the food, and my dear children, you must remember, just to ensure that it doesn't happen again, we got rotten wheat, PL 480. And I was in a school, in Sainik school at that time, 13, 14 years old. We had that rotten wheat. Along with that came the Congress grass, which gives asthma and respiratory problems to many in the country. That's the difference. This is our Bharat, these are our Bhartiyas, and this is what we need to do. Modernity versus tradition. My dear children, I am addressing you because you make the future. Modernity, as is normally thought, if one dresses in a different manner, talks with the accent, and he becomes modern. No, my dear children, modernity is of the mind, modernity is of the knowledge, is of the wisdom. You should make yourself capable, be educated, be intellectual, be spiritual minded, that you are so good that you are able to debate and discuss with the best in the world on aerodynamics, space, satellite communication, aerodynamics, astrophysics. That is what modernity is. But when it comes to tradition, these are our own. This is our identity. Never give it up. Take pride in these traditions, your rituals, your festivals, your dress sense, your food habits, your dialect, your language. These are your identities. Take pride in them and adopt them. Talk about it with pride. Even if you are in Australia or in London or in New York or in Japan, if you are from this part of the country, we take idli, sambar, dosa, uttapam, upma. Take pride in eating it, and when some guest comes to you, offer him the same. I can tell you with confidence and conviction, you will be respected. You will get the due respect. You will be worshipped by those people because you will be an Indian who takes pride in what is Indian. So that is what my second point, and my last point is nation first, always and every time. This you would have noticed whenever some of you must have gone to the army cantonment. At the entry gate, it's written, once you cross the entry gate, nation first, always and every time. This is the motto which you all must follow. We all need to follow when interest comes. It is the national interest which is supreme. We have to ensure that whatever is in the national interest, we do it. Just for an example, we are buying S-400 air defense weapon system from Russia. During Russia-Ukraine war, which is now going on for last 3 years, there were sanctions imposed on Russia. USA said, why are you buying the S-400 from Russia? We have put them under sanction. Don't cancel that, and you buy a third missile system from us. But here was a government, here was the people in the Ministry of Defense and the Armed Forces Headquarters who told America clearly, who are you? It is we who will decide what our army needs, what our armed forces need, and we will buy what we need for our nation. This is national interest, and this is what we must adopt. When it comes to the dignity, it is the national dignity which is supreme. When it comes to pride, it is the national pride which is supreme. When it comes to prestige, it is the national prestige which is supreme. When it comes to respect, it is the national respect which is the topmost. And my dear children, when it comes to worship, bhakti, it is the Rashtra Bhakti, the worship to the nation which is supreme than anything else. Our caste, creed, color, code, region, dress, everything becomes secondary when it comes to the nation. So just remember, Rashtra Pratham, Sadev Evam Sarvada, nation first, always and every time. This is my last thing, and I wish each and every one of you the very best. You all in one of the finest institution of our country that you are studying, PhD group of colleges. I am really amazed to see the campus. I am also this graceful and dignified auditorium in which we are all conducting this program. Kind courtesy Dr. Bhuvneshwaran. It is a great pleasure to be with you all today. I wish you the very best. Gain knowledge, become good citizens of the country, become good entrepreneur, become good businessmen, become good engineers, become good IAS, civil servant, police officers, corporate world, and above all, become good armed forces officers. All the very best. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your power-packed talk. It's my privilege to invite an academician, social activist, first-rank holder in nuclear chemistry, who has vast higher level of teaching experience over 4 decades in various national and international universities. May I invite Professor G.S. Murthy, sir, our National President Youth for Nation, to kindle the spirit of patriotism to the young, budding youth here.
Good afternoon to everybody. I will take 3 to 4 minutes only. I don't want to make any speech. My dear young friends, this is a message to you, the young friends, leaving first 2 rows behind. Carefully hear. If your country is rich, you are rich everywhere, all over the world. If you are only rich, you are rich only in your village or town. This I experienced. I will tell you that experience and close. First, you all understood the statement, if your country is rich, you are rich all over the world. I was in Belgium in 1999 or 2000 year. I am a nuclear scientist. One nuclear company invited me for lectures. I went to Belgium. Brussels is the capital, and I had to go to a mall, a company place about 150 kilometers away. And the company sent me a BMW car. I never sat in BMW. That is the year I retired. In my service, I never sat in the BMW. Mind that. That's another part. Because the interesting thing is, the taxi is a taxi. The taxi driver asked me, "Are you from India, sir?" "Yes, I am from India." "Oh, I visited India recently, sir. I visited Jaipur, I visited Delhi, I visited Varanasi. I stayed in Jaipur Lakeview Guest House and Taj Hotel in Varanasi and with family." He is a taxi driver. Mind that. It is he himself. I was a professor, retired at the time. At that time, I used to draw 30,000 rupees. I never stayed in a 5-star hotel on my own. I can't afford. When I went to US, the conference people have accommodated me in 5-star hotel. I stayed 2-3 times. That's why, my dear friends, if you understand this, you make your country rich so that you become rich. Everywhere. Now it is started, the process is started. Now, if you go, several people are going abroad on holiday visits from India because we have come to economically some 5th position or what nationally. But my message to youth is, because future is yours. Future India is you. I am 85 years old. I am sharing my experience. And people sitting here are all above 60. But, my dear friends, you try to this, contemplate on this, work for it sincerely to make your country rich through your effort. Simple. Recently in Kumbh Mela, a tea seller made 5 crores of rupees. You know, a boat management, he has some 100 boats, he earned 30 crores. Whatever, that's a different economy. Whatever it be, you can take any work, any mission, see that is useful to the country, as our general said, Rashtra Pradham, Rashtra Bhakti. If you have nationalism, national attitude, you will develop along with your nation. So, if you like this, Bharat Mata Ki. I want response of the youth. Bharat Mata Ki. No. Bharat Mata Ki. No, all the people at one stone, one tone, once only, last time. Bharat Mata Ki. It's something, it is not up to the mark, but take this message.
நன்றி ஐயா. எண்ணங்களை ஏணிகளாக்கி வண்ணமயமான வாய்ப்புகளை பெற்று வெற்றி எனும் சிகரமடைய அயராது உழைப்போருக்கு மேஜர் மதன்குமார் அவர்களின் உரை கை விளக்காகும். காலத்தை வென்று சரித்திரத்தில் தடம் பதிக்க காத்திருக்கும் மாணவ செல்வங்களே, நமக்கான நம்பிக்கை தீப்பொறி இங்கு கிடைக்கப்பெறும், காத்திருங்கள். இன்றைய நம் ஆளுமை பேச்சாளர், தமிழ்நாடு மற்றும் பாண்டிச்சேரியின் ஸ்டேட் செக்ரட்டரி மேஜர் மதன்குமார் அவர்கள் சென்னை அதிகாரிகள் பயிற்சி அகாடமியில் பயிற்சி பெற்ற பிறகு இந்திய இராணுவத்தில் நியமிக்கப்பட்ட முன்னாள் இராணுவ வீரர். தற்போது இவர் தொழில் முனைவோராக, விவசாயியாக, ஊக்கமளிக்கும் பேச்சாளராக, கௌரவ விரிவுரையாளராக மாணவர்களையும் இளைஞர்களையும் முன்னேற்றும் மகத்தான பணியை செய்து வருகின்றார். மேஜர் மதன்குமார் அவர்களை உரையாற்ற பேரன்புடன் அழைக்கின்றோம்.
நன்றி மேடம், நன்றி. அனைவருக்கும் ஜெய்ஹிந்த். கோவை எனர்ஜி இல்லையா? ஜெய்ஹிந்த். தேங்க்யூ. ஓகே, why do we say ஜெய்ஹிந்த்? Is it restricted to the people who are in armed forces or to the police, or is it every Indian who takes pride in saying this? Why do we say Jai Hind? Anyone who answers this question, take Amazon gift voucher from me. Quick. Nobody wants an Amazon gift voucher? Slightly more, IPL ticket? Yeah, please stand up. To get the patriotic feel, one big round of applause for him, please. This is a word which binds us, a 140 crore population, a country with such diverse culture, religion, caste, creed. This one word literally binds us. Take pride, utmost pride in saying this when you wish each other, when you wish your seniors, when you wish anybody in India and abroad. Okay? Okay. Now I have been told to speak to you about leadership. I don't have that much of time. I got precisely 4 minutes. Hear me out. All those who are glued to your mobile, you are bound to have something called a mobile neck disease. Down 5 years, you will more or like look like an ostrich. அப்படிதான் இருப்பீங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா. ஸோ தயவுசெய்து ஃபோனை ஓரமாக வைங்க. Murthy sir is 85-year-old. We assist him to walk. உங்களுக்காக தான் பெங்களூர்லேருந்து நேற்று காலையில் வண்டி எடுத்துகிட்டு இவ்வளோ தூரம் வந்திருக்கார். சத்ரபதி சார் கேம் ஆல் த வே ஃப்ரம் டெல்லி. I came all the way from Chennai. So the first thing you need to understand, children, you may do extremely well in artificial intelligence. You may become a unicorn. If you don't respect the people who build this country, the nation is bound to fail. Okay, let's be fair enough. Okay, now when you say leadership, how many of you have heard this name called Tessie Thomas? Yeah. Thank you. One big round of applause for her. Hear me out carefully. The heroes and the heroines whom you choose has a lot to do with the kind of leaders you will become in future. Tessie Thomas, madam, born in 1963 in Alappuzha in Kerala. The parents had 5 daughters and 1 brother. She was one among the 5. Her father was paralyzed at the age of 13 when she was 13. Her residence was in Alappuzha, very close to a rocket launching station. She got into the Government College of Engineering in Trivandrum with a 100 rupee education loan from SBI. Right? She later on went to do her M.Tech in Armament Engineering from Indian Naval Armament College. She joined DRDO. So there was one great leader of this country, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, sir, identified her to be her future potential. In the year 2012, she was handed over the project of India's most strategic and important missile program called Agni 5. She took that, she was a mission director, program director of it. Agni 5 was successfully tested. The range of Agni 5 is very simple, to put it simply. It can hit with a nuclear weapon any parts of Pakistan, goes up till Europe, and any city we want in China. If China is not waging a war against India, it's not that they don't want to do it. It's because of our power. Right? She just retired in 2023. Now, did the leadership end here? No. How many of you have heard of Sheena Rani? Sheena Rani. She was a successor who got a technology called MIRV. In the same missile program, Agni missile, MIRV, with a multiple payload. India is one of the 3 only countries in the world to have this technology. Okay, MIRV. So choose your heroes wisely. I do watch movies. I do hear songs. I love to sing, though my voice is horrible. But whom I choose, your actors and actresses or entertainers, if you choose them to be your heroes and heroines, then there is something terribly wrong. Why leadership is so important is because it happened right in front of your eyes. Afghanistan, which had more than 2.5 lakhs powerful army with latest American weapons, they never stood against Taliban. They never fought for their country because there was absolute lack of leadership. Right? They just didn't fight. They surrendered. Today in Afghanistan, we can see the plight of women, what they undergo. Secondly is an example. 4 months before, Syria, there were a fight between the rebels, the ex-Al-Qaeda terrorists who came and took over the country called Syria. The Syrian forces didn't fight. It's not because they don't have weapons, it's not because they don't have muscle to fight. It's because there is absolute lack of leadership. Your generation is one of the most gifted generation. You have got everything in life in excess. Be it money, be it a bike, a latest KTM 390 in your college, you have it. You got a latest mobile phone, you have it. You name anything, your parents pamper it. You're a pampered generation with almost all the available technologies in the world. When I was preparing for my Combined Defense Services examination, the maximum internet speed was 128 kbps. Today, in your hands, you got a mobile phone which gives you 5G speed, and God knows what. You have everything. You all have everything in your life. The only thing you need, because as Dr. Rajkumar said, Dr. Professor Murthy said, General Sir said, you are at the most sweet spot, right? You got everything. We are the 5th largest economy in the world. We are the 4th largest military power in the world as we speak today. This is when what is the generation of your fathers and forefathers, the people who sat out here, gave you the platform. From here to get the country to the number one power in the world, militarily, economically, technologically, in the wake of Dharma. This is what the legacy you will have when you reach out the age of our senior people who are sitting here. So please take utmost pride. I will just quickly summarize 3 things which can pull you down, which is actually pulling you down, which is the excessive use of mobile phones. Your screen time is in excess of 5.5 hours per day, which is too dangerous. It affects your health, physical, mental and emotional. Second, drugs. I will just do it once. I'll just try it. My friends told me, let me have fun. Bro, enna bro, adala onna avadu bro. It's a one-way journey. It's a one-way journey. Daivu seida adha vittrunga. Third, you have artificial intelligence. It's a tool to aid you in your job. If you let your assignments and everything to be done by AI, then you will lose your own intelligence. So from the 5th largest economy to the first number 1, the supreme power of the next few decades, the responsibility lies with you. I have complete trust on you. Make us feel proud. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Major Sir, for your vibrant words of leadership. Today, we have 9 talented students who will take the stage to showcase their oratory skills. The topic for today's competition was chosen from a bank of 40 topics, and our contestants selected the topics by draw of lots. Before we begin, let's go over the rules of the competition. Each contestant will have a maximum of 4 minutes to deliver the speech. A buzzer note will be given at the end of minute time. Please note that exceeding the time limit will result in negative marks. Our esteemed judging panel consists of 3 distinguished judges who will evaluate the contestants based on their content, delivery and overall impact. And now, without further any ado, let's welcome our first contestant to the stage, Ms. Keerthana Selvi, 3rd year MBBS student from PSD IMSR, to talk about National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA.
Esteemed Chief Guest, respected Principal, beloved teachers, and my dear friends, brothers and sisters, good afternoon to one and all present here. I am M. Keerthana Selvi from PSD IMSR, and I take immense pleasure in addressing you all on the topic National Disaster Management Authority, NDMA. First of all, what do you mean by a disaster? Is it having to cover the whole syllabus one day before the exam? Or is it waking up at 7:59 a.m. to an 8 a.m. class and having attendance less than 50%? Or is it the new Surya movie Kangua? Any Surya fans here make some noise? I am a huge Surya fan too, but that movie was a disaster. Okay, jokes aside, what does actually disaster mean to NDMA? Disaster is a catastrophe, mishap, calamity that can be caused by natural cause, man-made, by accident, by negligence, which can lead to substantial loss of life. Okay, a disaster has been reported. Now, what is the role of NDMA? As soon as a disaster has been reported, the NDMA is mandated to lay down the plans, policies, and guidelines for disaster management. Through NDMA, India envisions the development of an ethos of prevention, mitigation, preparedness, and response. Any 2005 babies here? Oh, that's quite a few number of people. Congratulations, you have the same birth year as NDMA. On 23rd December 2005, the Indian government enacted the Disaster Management Act, which envisaged the creation of the National Disaster Management Authority. This is headed by the Prime Minister of our nation and the State Disaster Management Authority, which is in turn headed by the Chief Minister of each state. As a person who wears glasses regularly, I know the importance of a good vision. Now, let's go into the important part, vision of NDMA. Its vision is to create a safe and disaster-resilient India by holistic, proactive, technology-driven and sustainable development strategies that involves all individuals and fosters all culture by preparation, prevention and mitigation. By quoting Uncle Ben from you know where. With great power comes great responsibility. Now let's look into the responsibilities of NDMA. First, NDMA lays down the policies and guidelines to be followed during disaster management. Then it approves the national plan. Then it approves the plan prepared by the different ministries and departments in accordance with the national plan. Okay, is the function of NDMA stuck only at the national level? No. It also lays guidelines to be followed at the state level for the state authority. Now imagine an aromatic biryani. The rice is cooked perfectly, but the meat and the masala is a disaster. Will the biryani be good? No. Now, the rice is undercooked, but the meat and the masala is perfect. Will the biryani be good? No. So the key to a perfect biryani is coordination between the rice and the masala. NMDA understands this and emphasizes importance in the implementation and enforcement of the plans and policies and coordination in the nation and the state level. Okay, now we go to the most important part. Love? No, it's money. It also gives us plan for fund allotment. Okay, what is the role of youth in NDMA? Does NDMA offer any plans for the youth? Yes, it involves a youth program known as Yuva Abda Mitra, which trains young volunteers from the NSS, NCC, Bharat Scouts and Guides, and makes them first responders during disasters. Why should we, the youth, know about these disaster management? We being the future generation, the torchbearers of society, it is our responsibility to create awareness about the disaster risk and provide support during response efforts. So I end by quoting Swami Vivekananda. A brave, frank, clean-hearted, courageous and aspiring youth is the only foundation on which the future of the nation can be built. So let's unite the power of the youth and make our country disaster resilient. Thank you.
கீர்த்தனா செல்வி அவர்களுக்கு வாழ்த்துக்கள். அடுத்ததாக சங்கரா அறிவியல் மற்றும் வணிகவியல் கல்லூரியில் பிஎஸ்சி ஐடி பயிலும் மாணவி ஹரிப்ரியா எஸ் அவர்களை மேடைக்கு அழைக்கின்றோம். தலைப்பு சிட்டிசன்ஷிப் அமெண்ட்மெண்ட் ஆக்ட்.
Good afternoon, honorable present here. I am Harnipriya from Shankara College of Science and Commerce. Today I want to talk about a crucial piece of legislation that has sparked intense debate and discussions across our nation. The Citizenship Amendment Act, like CAA, passed in 2019. The CAA aims to provide Indian citizenship to provided to ministries from Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan who entered India on or before December 31, 2014. These ministries include Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists and Jains, Parsis and Christians. The CAA has been met with both support and opposition, argue that it provides a safe haven. Like what is a word? It's a safe haven for those failing religious precision. The criteria on other hand, what is the criteria was on other hand contended that it was demonstrates against Muslims and India's cellular fabrics. That act challenges in court with arguing that in violates articles 14 and 21 of the constitutions with guarantee quality and dignity, fast-track citizenship. The CAA allows certain non-citizenship to Indian citizenship thought its simplified process. Eligibility criteria. The law specified that individuals from Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Pakistan and who entered in India, Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Christians for have registered India before December 31, 2014 and eligible for an Indian citizenships. Exemptions the law executions to certain areas in northeast such as Assam and Tripura term it is provisions. Religious bias constitutional validity. National registers of citizens like NRC. Nationwide protest. The CAA has been specified widespread the protest across India. Justification occasions, the India government has defended to the CAA, arguing that it was aims to provide referring to prosecuted ministers from neighboring countries. The conclusions, the Citizenship Amendment Act is complex and issues while it aims to provide refers to the protected ministers, it also raises a compassionate step forwards humanity. So everyone step forward. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you. Let's welcome Ms. Hedges Vaishnavi, second year BSc DCFS student from CMS College of Science and Commerce, to talk about Sri M.S. Swaminathan.
With due respect to dignitaries on and off the dais, good evening to all. So today, I feel much honored to speak about Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, who is not just a scientist, but a person who have worked in the agriculture field and helped India to overcome food scarcities and helped India to gain self-sufficiency in grain production. So who is M.S. Swaminathan? M.S. Swaminathan was born on August 7 in 1925 in Tamil Nadu. He pursued his research in agriculture because he was inspired by the problems which India had faced because of the agriculture and food scarcities. So what he had done. So he's famous and he was well known for the Green Revolution movement. So by providing wide varieties of yields, he made a remarkable or memorable point or a memorable position in India. By providing high yield varieties, by using improved fertilizers and most modern techniques, he transformed India from a food deficient nation to a food exporting country. Beyond these high yield varieties, he worked all day and night with sustainable agriculture, balancing productivity and with environmental conservation. He also ensured that no Indians had to face hunger because they don't have the facility to have food, or they don't have the facility to have healthy food. And also, he got worldwide recognition, such as Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and World Food Prize. Also, he became very much famous because of the movement he had made. Still after he passed in 2023, he still remained famous and in all of our hearts, because all the things he had gained for Indians still is remarkable. So he is just not, I just want to remind you that he is not just not a scientist, he is a revolutionist, because he had transformed India from that position to this position. Because in all days, India, there were people who doesn't have healthy food. There are people who lost their lives because they don't have healthy food, or they don't have any kind of food to fulfill their hunger. So now India have a generation or a people who have healthy foods to eat. So thank you. Have a nice day.
May I request Mr. Aditya Anish Nair from Amrita Vishwapeetham to speak about V-Day Savarkar.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Aditya Anish Nair and I'm from Amrita Vishwapeetham. And today I'm standing before you to talk about a man who etched his name into Indian history. A thinker, a poet, a patriot. Vinayak Damodar Savarkar was someone who chose struggle over submission. His legacy continues to shape our nation's discourse even today. Born in 1883 in Maharashtra, his early years were marked by a fire for revolution and independence. As a student, he found Abhinav Bharat Society, a secret organization that aimed at bringing down the British Empire. He believed that freedom was not something that should be granted by an oppressor, but rather something that should be seized with courage. As a student, he moved to London to study law, and he didn't study just for understanding the British legal systems, but rather to understand the systems so that they can fight the oppressive British Empire. He wrote his book, The First War of Indian Independence, challenging the British views and narratives of the revolt of 1857, wherein the British called it a mutiny. Savarkar believed it was India's first organized struggle for independence. His book and his words were so powerful that the British had to ban the book before it could even reach India. He was not just a man of words, he was a man of action. In 1909, he was arrested for his involvement in revolutionary activities and was sentenced to 2 life terms, that is 50 whole years, in Kalapani, the dreaded cellular jail in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The punishment was brutal: torture, solitary confinement, and hard labor. Any of this, and even the cold, damp walls of the prison, did not deter him. He continued working. He wrote on the prison walls, and he memorized any books before the British could seize and destroy them. He was not just someone who worked on the political aspect. He worked on the social aspect as well. And he came up with the concept of Hindutva while he was in the Kalapani prison. And it was not, contrary to popular belief, it is not about religion. Hindutva was about identity, about cultural unity, and a belief that the Indian civilization is rooted into shared traditions that transcend caste systems, religions, regions, or languages. And he envisioned an India that was strong, independent from oppressive forces, and stood tall amongst other countries. He also aimed at reforming other social issues such as abolishing untouchability and demanding for entry of Dalits into temples, and he also encouraged widow remarriage. He believed that India could only progress as a strong and powerful nation if it had scientific development, strong military, and a social equality and harmony. In his later years, he was sidelined from politics, but his revolutionary ideas did influence many national protests, which have resulted in India becoming an independent nation. Today, we don't remember him just as a symbol of freedom resistance, or freedom fighting, or political resistance, but rather as an uncompromising and unwavering symbol of resilience, of self-reliance, and insistence that India must never be weak, must never bow down to any other country or any other oppressors, and must never be divided. Let us all move forward to a brighter and more prosperous India by upholding his vision and working towards fostering a culture of scientific development, self-reliance, and social harmony. Thank you.
வாழ்த்துக்கள். Let's welcome Ms. Naomi Elizabeth Matthew, 4th year BSc Nursing student from PSC College of Nursing, to talk about Sri J.R.D. Tata.
I do not want India to be an economic superpower. I want India to be a happy country. A pleasant afternoon to the dignitaries on and off the dais, judges, esteemed guests, faculty, and everyone else present here today. It's an absolute honor to be standing up here to talk about a man who left an inedible mark on the Indian industry and aviation, Jahangir Ratanji Dadabhai Tata, affectionately called J.R.D. Tata. Born on 29 July 1904 to the Tata family, J.R.D. Tata was an Indian industrialist, philanthropist, and an aviator. He joined the Tata Group in 1925, going on to become its chairman and leading the company for a good 5 decades. He was the founder of one of the biggest airlines of India, Air India, our national carrier. His early education was marked by a strong sense of curiosity, during which he developed a passion for flying. He later went on to obtain India's first commercial pilot's license, the title giving him the achievement of the father of Indian civil aviation. In the following years, Mr. Tata was elected as the chairman of the Tata Group. Under his leadership, the group grew from a small conglomerate to a global giant that saw the rise of many iconic companies, including the Tata Consultancy Services, the Tata Motors, and the Titan Industries. Apart from being one of the greatest tycoons that the nation had ever seen, he was also a renowned philanthropist. He set up the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, the Tata Memorial Hospital, the Center for Performing Arts, the Tata Energy Research Institute. A person who is satisfied with whatever he has achieved can never be a success. These lines from his biography, Beyond the Last Blue Mountain, A Life of J.R.D. Tata, captures his spirit of continuous striving for excellence. As I stand here on this stage of Youth for the Nation, talking about such a great personality, it would be a shame if I do not reflect on what what we as youth can learn from him. After all, youth is the flame that ignites the flame of change. The life of J.R.D. Tata is an excellent example of the importance of vision and leadership. In his words, to be a good leader, you must lead with affection. Ladies and gentlemen, he says, leadership is not about power or orders. Rather, it's about affection and understanding. Before I come to the conclusion of my speech, especially for the youths today, I have the lyrics of one of my favorite Bollywood songs. It goes, कदमों पे तेरे बादल झुकेंगे जब तक तुझे एहसास है जागीर तेरी तेरा खजाना ये तृष्णगी है ये प्यास है. It means the clouds will bow down at your feet as long as you realize this treasure is yours. I'd like to wind up by quoting his words. When you work as if everything depends upon you. And when you pray as if everything depends upon God. Thank you and have a wonderful evening ahead.
Thank you, Naomi, for the charming oration. Now let's welcome Ms. Y. Varshini, final year student from the Department of English from PhD College of College and Science, to talk about the architecture of Chanakya Empire.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I get into my talk, let me give you all an interesting visual. Imagine standing in the heart of the Deccan Plateau. The year is around 1100 CE. The sun beats down mercilessly. But as you step into the corridors, great stone corridors of the Mahadeva temple of Itagi, you feel a coolness that envelops you. It's not just an air conditioner or any other modern technology. It's pure, brilliant architecture that is blended with science and nature. This was the genius of Chalukyan Empire. The rulers of the empire did not just build temple or structures. They blended science with architecture. They carved science in stones. The Chalukyan Empire reigned from 6th to 12th century, and they left behind a legacy of architectural brilliance. These people were known for their Vasigra style. It was a seamless fusion of North India's Nagara style and South India's Dravidiya style. Their temples were known for their distinctive design and intricate carvings. But they weren't just artistic masterpieces. They were feats of engineering that even modern architects still struggle to comprehend. Just imagine standing in the colossal temples of Badami. They are structures of stone that are cut and interlocked with mathematical precision. And these structures not only built with stone, but they haven't used cement to build these structures. And despite all this, these structures have withstood the test of time over thousands of years. Back then, the highly sophisticated technology, advancements and mystery of the Indian knowledge system led to the construction of all these structures, and all were in harmony with nature. But today, the world struggles with climate change, environmental destruction and resource depletion. One of the solutions to all this lies in the architectural practices of the Chalukyas. Though few attempts have been made to revise its sustainable architectural practices, many neglect them due to anthropocentric, capitalistic, and consumerist mindset. They dismiss these structures, stating that they lack durability. But the marvelous structures of the Chalukyan Empire stand as an evidence to prove them wrong. Moreover, there are also contemporary evidences. The Gujarat earthquake-resistant homes are built using the stone interlocking techniques of the ancient method, and they surpass the modern concrete structures both in insulation and climate resilience. Now, the UNESCO has also declared the Patidakal, a Chalukya marble, as a World Heritage Site. But as young minds, now it's our decision to take it forward. Are we going to just look at these as mere relics of past, or are we going to look at these structures as the structures that are going to shape our future? We are at the crossroads. We can either look at them and continue to build in a ways that harm our environment, or we can look back, learn, and revive our sustainable architectural practices. It is in our hands to look back to our roots and turn the knowledge of the roots into the future of India. So let us all embrace the forgotten science and revive the sustainable architecture and create a world not only for humans but for all beings of this planet. Let us build a home that sustains not only for us but also for our future generations. Thank you.
Let's welcome Ms. Joshina L. Suresh, third year student from the Department of BBA from Krishnamal College for Women, to talk about Mission Mangalyan.
Good evening, everyone present here. I'm here to talk about mom. Well, not my mother, who's also special, but this is something that India did very cost efficient and more efficiently. Yes, MOM, Mars Orbiter Mission, popularly known as Mission Mangalyan. When India was the first in Asia and fourth across the globe to send a spacecraft to Mars. Yes, the sky's the limit. That phrase was redefined when our scientists worked 24/7 and within 18 months with 450 crores as their budget, which is less than a Hollywood space movie, just saying, they made that possible. We had many criticisms. Many asked if this actually necessary in this economic situation. But our scientists answered with a big bold yes. Yes, it is necessary. Two forces driven to their success. One, curiosity, the need, the urge, the need to explore more about the Mars's topology and mineralogy. Two, to make India proud. One thing I like to specify here is that I'm genuinely happy that not only men were behind the Mangalyan success, but also women. To every stereotypical people who said that women are only meant for cooking and cleaning, there's Ritu Krudal, who was working 3 shifts per day when her baby was taken care by her husband. To every chauvinist who said that women cannot work 24/7, Dr. Sita Ramasundaram, who worked day and night as the only woman who made that astronomical test day and night, as the only woman in her team. And to every boss who said that maternity leave is only for women to take care of their babies, remember that Durga Darshini went straight from ISRO's office to hospital to deliver her baby. Mission Mangalyan taught us many things, and one among that is that I've seen Indians pour pride on India when MS Dhoni lands a sixer. The same pride, the same thrill was showered when Mangalyan flew up the sky. Men, women, all climbed on top of trees to see Mangalyan fly high. Remember, my friends, you and I are not only India's future, but we are also the present. Remember to nurture yourself and others. Pick others when they fall down. Give them reason to believe in themselves. Remember that we need more missions like Mangalyan. We need to fly high, and I hope that we will all shine so bright. This is for my country. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Ms. Joshina. Let's welcome Mr. Terence McConnell, first year student from the Department of English from Sri Nehru Mahavidyalaya, to talk about Siachen Glacier.
Good afternoon to everyone presented here. I am Terence McConnell from first BA English in Sri Nehru Mahavidyalaya College of Arts and Science. Today I am honored to speak about Siachen Glacier. Siachen Glacier, one of the most strategic and challenging battlegrounds in the world. Located in the northernmost part of India, in the Karakoram range of the Himalayas, is the highest battlefield on earth where soldiers face extreme conditions to protect our nation. Siachen Glacier stretches over 76 kilometers and lies at an altitude of 5,400 meters above sea level. It is situated between India and Pakistan, with China also in close proximity. This region is crucial for India's security, as it provides a vantage point over the borders of both neighboring countries. In 1984, India launched Operation Meghdoot to secure Siachen before Pakistan could occupy it. Since then, Indian troops have maintained their presence despite the extreme weather conditions, where temperature drops minus 50 degrees Celsius in winter. The harsh climate poses a great challenge than enemy forces, with braving soldiers' avalanches, frost bites, and oxygen shortages. Life at Siachen is not easy. The icy winds, unpredictable snowstorms, and the lack of basic eminence make survival difficult. The soldiers have to wear multiple layers of clothing and training to adapt to these conditions. They live in isolated bunkers where they are often cut off from their families for months, yet their spirit and determination remains unshaken. Helicopters play a crucial role in supplying food, fuel, and medicines, as no one can reach such heights. The government is also working on improving infrastructure to make life easier for our soldiers. Siachen is not just a glacier, it's a symbol of soldiers' unwavering courage, dedication, and sacrifice. It is our duty as our citizens to recognize and respect their efforts. While we live in our homes comfortably, our soldiers stand guard in the world's toughest conditions. Let us salute their bravery and never take our freedom for granted. Jai Hind.
Valtukkal. Let's welcome Mr. K. Niranjan from second year B Mechanical Engineering Department from CIT to talk about Air Marshal Arjun Singh.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm here to talk about a legendary figure named Arjun Singh. His entire life he contributed to nation's defense and aviation history. And I'm speaking none other, I'm sorry. He was a true hero and inspiration to millions of us. Born on April 15, 1919, at a very young age, he was very prominent to show his patriotism to his country and service to his nation too. Which led him to join, my apologies, this is my first time speaking, so Royal Air Force in 1938. He was commissioned as pilot officer, where he showed his extraordinary aviation and his courage throughout the entire field. So, in his pivotal moment in his history was in Indo-Pakistan War in 1965. Arjun Singh was the chief staff of Indian Air Force. Under his leadership, he showed immense demonstration of unparalleled professionalism, bravery, and expertise. It was his leadership and measures that ensures IAF superior strategy. The courage and composure he displayed during the time was nothing short of legendary. So which stands out, Air Marshal Singh, during his retirement, my man didn't stop there. He created new upcoming generations of military personalities. His life was a testament to the fact that the true leadership was not just about authority, but about serving with integrity, compassion, and unwavering commitment to greater good. In 2002, he got Padma Bhushan Award and India's second civilian award. To conclude, Air Marshal Singh was not just an Indian Air Force officer, a beacon of courage and dedication and integrity. His legacy continued to inspire not only who serve in this military, but all of us to strive, contribute positively to our nation. Thank you.
Thank you. Respected and distinguished chief guests on the dais, we kindly request you to take your seats in the gallery.
Anybody who's interested in making a career in armed forces and public services, UPSC, logistics, please do approach me. Make use of this time. Thank you.
To the competition, let's quickly invite the team. Team 1 from Sri Nehru Mahavidyalaya, we have Ms. Kripa and Ms. Emmeline Kirba. Team 2 from PSG College of Nursing, we have Mr. D. Donald and Ms. J. Delicia. Team 3 from PSG Institute of Medical Science and Research, we have Ms. Bhumika and Ms. Pooja Bharti.
So that I can face
From PSG IMSR, we have Mr. Ganesh and Ms. Amriti. From Team 4, from Coimbatore Institute of Technology, we have Mr. C. Aragusundaram and Ms. Kirtika. Team 5, from Shankara College of Science and Commerce, we have Ms. D. Archana and Ms. P. Mahalakshmi. Team 6, from CMS College of Science and Commerce, we have Ms. Varshana Venkateshwaran and Mr. Sri Krishna Netra. Team 7, from Krishnamal College for Women, we have Ms. K.S. Jayavarshini and Ms. E.S. Prasita. Team 8, from Amrita Vishwa Vidyalaya, we have Mr. Aditya Anish Nair and Mr. R.D. Tarun. Team 9, from PSG College of Arts and Science, we have Ms. Avismiga and Mr. N.A. Dhanwan. Before we jump into the competition, before we jump into the competition, let's quickly go over the rules. Each team will answer in all the 3 rounds. Each team will receive 1 question per turn. Teams will have 45 seconds to each question correctly. If a team fails to answer within the time limit or answers incorrectly, the immediate next team will get an opportunity to steal the question within 15 seconds. Team will earn points for each correct answer, and the team with the highest score at the end of the 3 rounds will be declared as a winner. Madam, the dice is yours.
Thank you, Manjushri. A very warm good evening to all the dignitaries and my dear students. And a very warm welcome to all the teams assembled on the stage. I'm Brigadier Dr. Aruna Menon, and I'll be your quiz, I think there's a word called quiz mistress for the day. So let's set the pace for the quiz today. So when I say, how's the Josh? What do you say? Hi, ma'am. Okay? So how's the Josh? Hi, ma'am. Please use your mics. So how's the Josh?
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, so one last time. How's the Josh?
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, I think we've set the tone for the evening, and with that we'll start with the first question. May I have the first question? So like Manjushri just said, team 1, the question goes to you. So you will get 45 seconds to answer the question. Okay, wait for me to ask you the question, and then we will start with the countdown. Okay, so eyes down for the first question. We're going to take a small walk down memory lane, and we want to know, please have the question. So the first question for the evening is, where did the Sepoy Mutiny, that is the revolt of 1857, begin? Your time starts now. heard about the mutiny, I'm sure.
Bombay.
No, that's not the right answer. So that's your last 10 seconds. So anyway, since you've already given the answer and it was not right, the question passes to the next team. You have 15 seconds to answer.
Vellore, ma'am.
Pardon?
Vellore.
Sorry, that was not the right answer that we were looking for. So the right answer, as we all know, is Meerut, and that was where the mutiny started from. And so no points. We are not allowing the question to pass to the next teams because of paucity of time. So we will now move on to the second question. Question 2 goes to team number 2. So which Indian state has the highest female sex ratio? Team 2, the question goes to you.
Kerala, ma'am.
Okay, so that's the right answer. That's good to have a nice interactive audience as well. So 10 points to team number 2. I hope the scorer is noting. So, and very proudly I would like to say that I belong to the state as well. Okay, so now we move on to team 3, and the question number 3. Your question is, who is the current chairman of the Indian Planning Commission? Team 3, I hope the question is clear. Do you have your answer? You want to pass? Or you want to take a guess? Okay. The last 10 seconds. If you're taking a guess, take it soon. Pardon? I didn't get it.
We'll take our guess, ma'am. Amit Shah.
No, that's not the right answer. The question passes to team number 4. You have 15 seconds to answer. Do you know the answer? Yeah, so actually it's, it is a known fact that the Prime Minister is the one who heads the National Planning Commission. So the current chairman is Sri Narendra Modi. Okay? So that was a kind of a catch question. If you know who heads it, then you would have known the answer. Okay, on to question number 4 and team number 4. I think this is an easy answer for when and why is the Yuva Divas celebrated in India? When and why is the Yuva Divas celebrated in India? I think it was mentioned, yes?
Something regarding youth, youths of the nation.
That cannot be an answer.
The date might be January 12, I'm thinking so.
January?
12.
Okay. You have only half the answer, right?
National Youth Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why is it celebrated on that day?
Because of the Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda.
Yeah, okay. So though you took your time, you arrived at the right answer. So January 12th is the birthday of Swami Vivekananda. Okay? So that is why we celebrate Yuva Divas on 12th January. Well done. On to the next team, question number 5 and team number 5. Which is the highest peak in India?
Himalayas.
Himalaya is not a peak. Take a guess soon, your time is up. No? Okay, team, the question passes to the next team. Do you know the answer? You have 15 seconds to answer. Time is running out. Do you know the answer? Pardon?
Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro in India. That's a little far off, isn't it? So anyway, that's the wrong answer. The right answer is Kanchenjunga. Can we have the correct answer, please? So the highest mountain is, highest peak is Mount Everest, but that's not in India. Okay? So that was the, you've heard of Kanchenjunga? It was your question? Have you heard of the peak? Kilimanjaro is way away. Okay, so we go on to the next question. So, which is the oldest Indian university? You can take your time.
Banaras University.
No, wrong answer. Question passes to the next team.
Nalanda University.
Pardon?
Nalanda University.
No. We can give it to them. Yes. Okay, can we have, we'll have a round for the audience. Anybody? Yes. Yes, yes. So it was Takshila University. Okay. Now it goes to team number 7. So your question. I hope the scorer is keeping the score. Okay, so which is Indian Navy's first indigenous aircraft and where was it built? You know, when we were curating the questions, the prominent thing was India. So we have to know a lot about what goes to make India. And this is the first round. No idea? Okay. So the question passes.
INS Vikrant, and is it Cochin Shipyard?
Oh, very good. I think that was a very good answer. So 5 bonus points to team number 8. That's right? Okay. So now on to the next question for team number 8. Your first question. So, I think it's a very common knowledge. To which Indian military hero are the words "Ye dil mange mo" attributed to? Have you heard the phrase? And a very famous cola company took it up as their catchphrase. So, who was the one who first coined it? Last 10 seconds. You can take a guess. Anybody? Can I request the audience to please keep quiet? Sorry, sir. Pass? Okay. You were actually prompted very well by... Okay, the next team. Team number 9.
Captain Vikram Batra.
Oh, very good. What's his full name? Vikram Batra. He was awarded the Paramveer Chakra, okay, so during the Kargil war, so he's a very well-known war hero, and we've got a lot of movies also made on him. Okay, very well done. Eyes down for the last question of the first round. Question number 9. Can we have the question, please? I think that's a very easy question. Who is the world's youngest chess champion?
Maybe answer, ma'am?
Pardon? Yeah, it's your question.
Gukesh.
He's got a full name.
Gukesh Domaraju.
Oh, very good. Belongs to? Anyway, well done. So that's the right answer. So now that we've completed the first round, we can have the scores at the end of the first round. Are we ready with the scores? So are you all quizzers? How many of you have gone for quizzes before this? Okay. 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 So we have the scores. I think we have a tie, but PSG College of Arts and Sciences is, I think, first because they got both their own question and a bonus question. So they are leading at the end of the first round, but there are two more rounds and I'm sure the rest of the teams have the time to make up and buck up everybody. So on to the next round. Can we have the second round, please? Is the audience enjoying the quiz? Thank you. I wanted to put in a few questions for the audience as well, but I was vetoed by my husband, so there are no questions for the audience. It's mainly because of the paucity of time. Can we start the second round? Okay, so that goes again to team number one. What was the theme for India's 78th Independence Day? We just finished this Independence Day, right? It was a phrase that was, spoken of very often. Want to take a guess? No? Okay. We'll pass the question to the second team. Team number two. Anybody?
Guess.
Pardon?
Guess.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Digital India.
No. She said Digital India. I think your mic is not on. Just check. Okay, can we have someone from the audience? Yes? Yes, that's right. So the right answer is Viksit Bharat. I'm sure you've heard of it often enough. It was mentioned today as well. So that was the theme of the last Independence Day. Can we have the next question, please? So that goes to team number two. Which state does the folk dance of Kalbelia belong to? Have you heard of it? Team number two? No? Okay. We're waiting for the time. Want to take a guess? Last 10 seconds.
Uttar Pradesh.
No. Question passes. I'm sorry. Do you know the answer? Yes or no?
Rajasthan.
We'll come to the audience.
Is it Rajasthan?
Yes. Okay. That was a lucky guess. So they get the points. It was Rajasthan. So. You know any other form of dance in Rajasthan? No. Okay. Rajasthan is a state full of color and music and dance, and so Kalbelia is a very famous form of dance there. Okay. Okay. Moving on to the third question of the second round. Who wrote Vande Mataram?
Ma'am, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee.
Pardon?
Bankim Chandra Chatterjee.
Can we have the exact name? You are somewhere there.
Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so full marks to team number 3. So that they get 10 points. We move on to the next team, team number 4. Which is the oldest surviving text, Hindu text in classical music? I think there are a few arts and science colleges as well. Do you know the answer? Yes? Okay, good. Can we have it, please?
Something. Arthanagriya or something.
No, sorry. Next team, you want to take a chance? No? You don't even want to take a guess? Okay. Can we have an answer from the audience? Yes? No, you are not allowed to answer. No, sir. You wanted to say something? You said something? Yes, who said that? Good. If we had chocolates, I would have given you, but I don't have it, so that's the right answer. Natya Shastra by Bharat Muni. Okay? So, going on to the next question. Who is the founder of the Indian National Army? You've heard of the Indian National Army? Yes or no? INA? No? Okay. Want to take time to think about it? Last few seconds. No? Okay. Team number 7, you want to take, no, team number 6, right? Yeah. You want to take a chance?
Maybe Subhash Chandra Bose?
Yeah, actually I expected that answer from this team, but no, it's not that either. So the question passes to the audience. Anybody wants to take a guess? Yes, sir? No? Pardon? No. Anybody else? You got it from your friend? Yeah, anyway, that's the right answer. Mohan Singh, actually he founded it in Singapore. There is a book which is written. I thought you would know the answer. You are worried. There's no need to worry. You're not getting points anyway. Okay. Okay, so moving on, we go to team number 6. Who is the first Indian woman to scale Mount Everest? She's a very well-known name. It's not coming to your mind. You seem to be getting all the mountain questions, right? Take a guess. You want to pass? You're running out of time. Question passes to the next team.
Bachendri Pal?
Yes, very good. So team number 7 gets it right. So they get a bonus points of 5. Okay, and now coming to your own question. Question number 7. What was the name of the lander of Chandrayaan 3? Can you say it a little louder.
Vikrant.
No, sorry. You are very close, but you're not right. Next team. They said Vikrant already.
Is it Vikram?
Are you giving me the answer? Okay, they're right. So it was named after Vikram?
Vikram Sarabhai.
Yeah, okay. So they get another bonus point. We can have a little applause for the teams, especially when they answer the questions correctly. Thank you. No one has come from your college? There are? So let's hear some noise. Yeah, very good. Okay, so now the question for team number 7. Sorry, team number 8. Which is India's first supersonic cruise missile? They're very excited. They seem to know the answer.
Is it BrahMos?
Yes, very good. Please don't say is it, okay? You just give me the answer. I can't say yes or no. I just say whether your answer is right or wrong. Okay, so they get full 10 points. So the last question of the second round, question number 9. Which is the tallest temple in India? Pardon? I didn't
doubt, ma'am. Tallest or highest, ma'am?
Tallest. You want to know the difference? Highest means on located. What do you want to know? Sir, I'll have to disqualify you. You got the answer also. Did you hear it? No? Prompting is not working. So, are you trying?
Ayodhya temple?
No. Question passes to team number 1.
Tanjai Periya Kovil.
No. Sir, you can give the answer since you've been... So the right answer is right here. Ranganatha Swami temple in Srirangam, Trichy. Okay, it's in your own state. So, 5 marks to sir. Okay, so we move on to the third round. At the end of the second round, we take a look at where the teams stand. So, are you enjoying the quiz or do you find it a little tough? Enjoying? Okay, that's good. So we curated it, we just made it over the last 1 week or so. So we were hoping that it will also, awaken a kind of curiosity in all of you to know about our own country. No? I mean, no one should know more about our country than ourselves. And there's very little that we actually go to, despite the, plethora of information that's available. So at the end of second rounds, we have the score. So we have Amrita Vishwavidyalayam leading with 20 points. And the second place is tied for between PSG College of Arts and Sciences and PSG IMSR. Yeah, make some good noise. So let's see what happens in the third round. It's still very open. So we move on to the third round and that's the final round. If we have a tie, we'll have a tiebreaker question as well. Okay? Can we have the first question of the third round, please? So, which is the first Indian Sanskrit feature film? Some of this was knowledge to us as well when we were curating the questions. answer. And there's millions of Hindi movies, right? So last few seconds. You can take a wild guess. No? Okay. Next team, team number 2.
Yes. Ramayana.
No. Yes, but not correct. Anybody from the audience? Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, just there, slightly, I mean, the name, yes. So anyway, so that's the answer. Adi Shankaracharya. It's, in fact, it was, I think it's one of the very few films made in Sanskrit, and it was made on Adi Shankaracharya. Thank you. And so if you would give us chocolates, I would give you one. So moving on, the second question. We have all heard of Niti Aayog. What does Niti stand for? Quizzers should know. Anybody who knows? You've been lucky at taking guesses. Maybe you can try. Last few seconds.
National income tax.
No, it has nothing to do with income tax. Next team, team number 3. You'll run out of time. You have only 15 seconds.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay, you won't get marks. You want to start? Any guesses?
National Institute.
Yes?
After that, I am not able to recollect.
Yeah, so fine. Anybody? Any of the other teams? You won't get marks because that's the rule.
National Institute for Transforming India.
Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah, so that's the right answer. National Institution for Transforming India. Did you say institute? It's actually institution. Okay? Okay, so moving on, we go to the team number 3. Question number 3. From which country did India adopt the 5-year plan? You've heard of the 5-year plans?
England, London.
Pardon?
England.
I didn't get your answer.
England, London.
England, no. So you've lost your chance. Next team. Team number 4. You want to take a chance? Yeah, you guessed it right. So it is Russia. So team number 4 gets 5 points. A round of applause, please. This round is supposed to be a little tougher than the other 2. So I think people who get the answers, we should applaud them. So that's a good answer. So we now move on to the question for you. That is team number 4. What is the meditation practice that Swami Vivekananda introduced in the West? Running out of time, so maybe we can have a guess. If you have an answer, please say it. Time is running out. No? Okay, the question passes to team number 5. Any guesses? No. Anybody else from the teams here? You Yoga. That is yoga, I'm asking you.
Is it
Anybody else? Yes?
Pranayama.
Yes, that's right. So the correct answer is Raja Yoga. And can we have a round of applause for the audience? Okay, so now we move on to the team number 5, question number 5. Where is Dholavira, which is one of the 4 centers of Harappan civilization, located? Have you heard of this place? Have you heard of Harappan civilization? No? I'm feeling very old. Your time is running out. It's up. Question passes to the next team.
Pakistan.
No. So can we have the, that was team number 5, right? Your team number? Yours was the pass round. So can we have anybody from the audience? Yes, that's right. So big round of applause for the audience. So it's in Kutch district in Gujarat. Okay, so that was your college, I think, who gave the answer. Okay, moving on, we go to the 6th team, team number 5. Team number 6. What was the code name given to India's first nuclear test? That was a nuclear test. Okay. Team number 6.
Agni.
No. Question passes to team number 7. Team number 7, any idea? No? Anyone from the audience wants to take a... Yes? Yeah, that's right. That's my sister who gave the correct answer. So one chocolate for you when I go home. Yeah, that was Smiling Buddha. And where was it held? Any idea? Yeah, okay. So we thought that would be too easy, rightly we thought. So that is why we asked for the name. Okay, moving on to team number 7. Where was the national anthem first sung? Pardon?
Calcutta.
Calcutta. Okay, can you modify the answer?
West Bengal.
Pardon? Do you have the right answer?
Shantikketan.
No. So I think I'll give 5 marks to team number 7. Anybody who wants to take a shot at this? Yeah. That's right. So it was the time, the place was Calcutta. So you earned a lot of chocolates today. So that was the Calcutta session of the Indian National Congress. Okay. Before that. Okay. Okay, so for the next quiz, I'll note that down. Okay. Okay, moving on, we go to the second last question for the day. Team, question number 8. Which was India's full-length silent movie? first full-length silent.
Raja Harishchandra.
That's right. Full marks to Amrita, isn't it? Yeah. So that's the right answer. 10 marks. So the last question of the day. When was Janagana Mana adopted as the national anthem? The date. A lot of writing is going on, that's nice. Yes? Pardon? Yeah.
November 1949.
No. Nowhere near the team number 1. You want to take that?
1950, 26 Jan.
Okay. Any more? I mean, she's quite close. No, sir. It was on 24th January 1950, 2 days before the Indian Republic was. Okay, so with that we come to the end of the third round. If we have a tie between any teams, we will go on to the tiebreaker. So while we wait for the... Thank you. So while we're waiting for the final scores, I think I'll give a go for the audience. How many chords does the Saraswati Veena used in Carnatic music have? Anybody? How many chords does the Saraswati Veena have? Yes? Can you qualify it? Who said 7? Good. What are they? I mean, can you tell us? Was it a guess? It has 4 melody strings and 3 drone strings. Okay? So the answer was right, but the actual answer was this. So are we ready with the scores? For the audience, I want to know whether we'll need the tiebreaker questions or not. If I give them out, then I don't have any. Sir? I can create, yeah. But they have to be absolutely right. There can't be any ambiguity. Anyway, I have a few, so I think I'll ask one more. This is related to us. Which was the first South Indian talkie movie? Anybody? Talkie movie in South India. Anybody? Anybody from the side on the stage? Chemmi? No, my dear. It might sound very old to you, but it's not that old. No. Shankara Deva or Shankara Bharnam you're talking about. 50 se pehle to there were lots of talkie movies. South Indian movie. Anybody? Ready? Okay. So we have the scores. So yes, see, so but the problem is that we have a tie for the second place between team 9, team 3 and team 4. Okay? So we will go for the, so team 8 will not take part in this round. Only these 3 teams will take part in the tiebreaker. Okay? Would we have a buzzer? No. Okay. No, they have to have it, no? Whoever says first. Okay, so we can't have it as a buzzer round. So I'll have to again ask you questions. So that is team number 3. Okay, you ready? Okay, so your question is, what does NEPA in Nepa Nagar stand for?
Ma'am, could you repeat?
Do you have the questions? What does NEPA in Nepa Nagar stand for? A timing will go, so can you display it, please? Is it there? Not there? Okay. So then you can just look at the timing. Do you know the answer? No. Okay, so then it goes to team number 4. No? Pardon? What is the question? What does NEPA in the word Nepa Nagar stand for? Full form of NEPA. No?
New education policy.
No. Okay, so no? Okay, so it is actually, any idea what is it to do with? Which industry is it with? No? Paper industry. National Environment Protection Authority. Okay, so we go to the next team. Your question is, name the company started by India's first F1 Formula driver turned entrepreneur. What is the name of the company? You know the name of the Formula 1 driver? Anyway, that's not the question. The question is the name of his company. Since these are tiebreakers, they're slightly tougher. No?
Karthikeyan.
Pardon?
Naren Karthikeyan.
No, that's the name. Agreed. What is the name of the company he has started? No?
NK.
No. Good guess, but that was not right. Would you know the answer? No. Okay, so nobody gets a point for that question. The answer is Drive X Mobility. Oh, sorry, I forgot to ask the audience. Did anybody in the audience know? Yeah, everybody knows the owner. He's from here. No? I know, but the name of the company was not. Okay.
Is it possible to have part points?
No. I just asked you what is the name as a side question. It was not the main question. The question was what is the name of the company. I thought that would be a very easy answer to know. So the last question goes to you. You must have heard of, a big battle between India and Chinese troops which almost took us to the brink of war. So, there's a place called Daulat Beg Oldie. Okay? It is at the junction of 2 rivers. Name the rivers. Have you heard of the incident? It went on for some time in the... Pardon?
Brahmaputra and Yamuna.
No. Question passes.
Is one of them Ganga?
No. Question passes again.
Ganga, river Ganga.
It is between. Do you know the answer? You want to attempt? No? Anybody from the audience? Shayok and? So the place where it happened? Galwan. Okay, so that was the right answer. Okay, that was a very husbandly act. So, do we have the answers, please? Scoring. Pardon, sir? No, we got one with a bonus answer. Nobody answered. Okay. Okay, so my husband was right. Yes. Sir? Give them all, man. Give them all? That, no, we don't have something to, what do we do? But there's no buzzer, no. Then I need 3 more questions. You come here. I'll ask the ones that I had already made. That's just too easy. So I'll take this as though we don't have a buzzer round, whichever team answers first gets the point, okay?
Hello?
So which is the oldest dance form in India?
Bharatanatyam.
Who said that? Acha, okay. I thought somebody from the audience said it. Yes, okay, so he gets it despite not having a buzzer. So we have a clear winner. So they stand second, and well played the rest. So we'll have the prize distribution at the end of the day. So can I please ask the teams to leave? I had a lovely time quizzing you. I hope you had one too. Thank you. And thank you to the audience. I had fun. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ms. Nomi, Any guess about the runner-up? Any guess? May I call upon Mr. Aditya Anish Nayak, the runner-up of the contest from Amrita Srira, to receive the award from Professor J.S. Murthy, sir. Hurry up. Congratulations, Mr. Aditya Anish Nayak. Next, let's move on to the winners of the quiz competition. A huge round of applause for Mr. Aditya G. Anish Nayak and Mr. Aditya for the winner. I call upon the runners of the quiz competition, Ms. S. Avistika and Mr. N.A. Tanhar from PhD College of Arts and Science, to receive the esteemed award from the Executive Officer. Congratulations. We invite one faculty representative and one student representative from the following colleges to receive the trophy symbolizing their institution's excellence. May I call upon representatives from Shri Nehru Mahavidyalaya, we call upon a representative from the Institute of Medical Science and Research. Next, representative from Coimbatore Institute of Technology, please come to the dais. Faculty and student representative from Coimbatore Institute of Technology, please come on the dais. Representative from Shankara College of Science and Commerce, please come to the dais. Representatives from Shankara College of Science and Commerce, please come to the dais. May I request representative from CMS College of Science and Commerce to come on the dais, please. May I call upon the representatives from Vishnuva College of Women to come on the dais. May I request representative from Vishnuva College of Women to come on the dais, please. I request representatives from Coimbatore to come on the dais, please. May I request the representatives from Coimbatore to come on to the dais, please. May I request the representative from BSc College of Arts and Science to come on the dais.
Why don't